Welcome, welcome, welcome. I pushed the button and I still wasn't ready. All right. We're starting strong here. It is Thursday. It is 6 p.m. and we are headed back to the small mountain town of Owl Creek Ridge for some kids on bikes.
Yay!
If you're unfamiliar, woo yay indeed. Is it this button? It's that button. Woo yay indeed. Woo yay. We're gonna throw all the plans out the window today. As you can see, we have the full complement of the cool dweebs here, plus their new friend Lee. So that's exciting.
Friends? I don't know.
Obviously, I am GM Jared, your guide through Owl Creek Ridge. What's funny, James?
Oh, Diana said, like, hey, are we really friends? With Lee?
And our shirts! Camp Mugapea shirts!
Mugapea shirts!
Camp Mugapea!
Yes! Oh, we all have all different colors!
Yay!
Awesome.
Oh, we need a
I'm
picture.
bringing out my eye.
Yes.
We need that photo bot to take a picture.
Oh,
of our
it's only
shirt.
on Jared's screen.
It's true.
God.
I'm lost where we're at.
Sorry.
I want to get right into it
Christ,
because
I'm
obviously
on
we
my
were
glasses.
not on last week. We were not on last week because of medical. I had a migraine that was shutting down my face, and I just couldn't do anything. So I had to cancel it for the day. But we're back today, and we're going to get double the amount of content in the same time. We're just going to try extra hard, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
What? Have you met us?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're pretty extra.
It'll be content. It'll be content, all right.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask. Content. Remember, you at home can affect the game itself by causing a bit bomb or a subsplosion. You can award rerolls to a player of your choice. You can also do this through bits, subs, and follows. You can also donate should you feel inclined to make a number of things happen, from granting adversity tokens to the group to summoning an adult to help or hinder the party. Just type !OCR buffs in chat for that. Let's see, what else do I have here? Adventure and excitement await us all, so it's time to journey back in time to the summer of 1993. So we're gonna dive into this, and we're just gonna jump into it. All right, so buckle up while I pick a song. I gotta pick a song. This one. All right. You guys ready?
Ready, Freddy?
Oh, I'm born ready.
All right, here we go. Nestled into a valley of the Great Appalachian Mountain Range, a windy and wooded trip from New York City, a stone's throw across the Pennsylvania border, and an hour-and-a-half journey from Owl Creek Ridge sits a rustic and isolated hotspot for children and young teens in the tri-state area. Along the banks of the mighty Mugapea sits the ultimate summertime experience, Sleepaway Summer Camp. Picturesque Camp Mugapea has something for everyone. Tubing and hiking, campfire songs and games, even an only slightly outdated computer lounge full of the hottest games and software. Summer truly is a magical time at Camp Mugapea. And this is where we continue our adventure. Someone's conspiracy chopping Gary Bones.
Effect this time, yeah.
Gary Bones!
Scared me, Gary Bones. Scared me. First, see, it just threw it all off. The first few hours of camp have been fun-filled and kind of exhausting. New people, long hikes, frantic sprints down a mountainside with hornets in pursuit. These are the first memories our cool dweebs have cemented for their summer. It's just after dinner, and the campers and counselors are mingling around the small pond just outside the snack shack. The sun is beginning to set, but the summer looks to hold endless possibilities. So sit back and settle in, and of course, welcome to Camp Mugapea.
Woot woot!
We did it.
Camp
We did it.
Mugapea.
You did it. You did it, Jared.
Yeah.
Great story, everyone. See you next
I
week.
do have
Yeah.
a question.
Okay.
We're
I have
playing
an
kids
answer,
on
maybe.
bikes. We're at camp. Do we have our bikes?
No.
Oh,
You just
then we're
did
not
it.
playing kids on bikes anymore.
Which
Well,
is
you're
so
not-
sad.
At camp.
We're playing Kids I Can't.
I sent
No.
Jared
I mean,
my
there's
bike,
other
and it
modes
looks
of
so cool.
travel.
It's kids on kayaks.
Kids
Or
on
canoes,
kayak.
but
Kids
yeah.
on canoes.
I
Either
got
way.
some canoes planned.
Come on, Menon!
No, Menon's got his own side canoe for Kira, called the Kira
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my god, no.
This is
obviously.
beautiful.
Oh,
See?
kids on
It's
foot.
right- oh,
Nessie has a point. Kids on foot.
kids on foot.
Kids formerly on bikes.
Kids lost in the woods.
Formerly known as Kids on Bikes.
So when we left, you guys had just finished and you were on your way, I believe, with the intent to talk to Brad, one of the counselors, who's been, I believe he's actually Menon and Lee's counselor.
Yeah, he's our counselor.
For their cabin. As you're heading out of the camper, as you're heading out of the diner or the dining hall and down
The
towards
diner.
the snack shack. Sorry, they're all becoming one moment in my brain,
We
guys.
got you.
You head out down towards the snack shack, and Menon, you glance up and across the field, but 40 yards away, you see someone very familiar striding towards you.
Her hair's glowing in the wind.
Yeah. It all the music stops and the birds start singing, and you see Kira in her camping outfit, in her summer camper outfit.
I assume it's still like a mini skirt or something.
Yes.
Oh,
Big
Big
Mom!
Mom!
Big Mom.
Lucille Song has done a bit bomb. Hashtag Menon.
What were the kids?
We know
Menon
you.
needs all the help he can get. Amazing.
Thank you, Luna.
What are the two kids' names? I forgot their names that are also in me and Lee's cabin.
The Bill
Oh,
and Ted
my
type
notes.
dudes.
Jason and
Yeah.
Joshua.
Jay.
It's Jason and Joshua. Yeah.
Jason
I
and
got it on
Joshua.
sticky
Okay,
notes.
so Menon, seeing her, is gonna immediately fake faint.
What?
I go, Jason, Joshua, I need to be carried again.
Oh my god, run to her!
Yeah, let her carry you.
Leland is standing probably right by him and is like, "Do you have low blood sugar? Do I need to go get the nurse? You've been through a lot today."
Lee, carry
How do you-
me to her.
Carry you to the nurse?
No, Lee, the person running to us.
I'm gonna, April's gonna, look over at JW, and then she's gonna, kind of walk forward, briskly walk towards Kira, so, she can let her know.
Oh, yeah.
She'll get to
I'll
Kira and be
walk
like, oh my
too."
god, yeah, you're okay, that was so quick.
Oh my god, I you guys are here. I mean, I knew you were here. I just I wasn't sure
Oh,
where you were at camp.
Okay,
So,
so
here,
listen,
here.
really quick before
Yeah,
Menon
we kinda did the
unfaints or whatever. We told him that you were just late to camp, so he wouldn't know
And then you
about
were
the poison
traveling
ivy.
still. Yeah.
Because
Oh, we'd have to see
otherwise
your
he would have
face.
he would have broken down the infirmary door, and it would have been
So
he
you
would have
went to-
seen.
Paris with your
I-
family.
How chic. If only I could be in Paris rather than this buggy, disgusting, poison-filled swamp that we're in. But that's
Okay, well
besides
now
the point.
now you know what it looks like. You know what the poison looks like. So we got that out of the way real quick.
Actually, it wasn't even poison ivy.
What was it?
It wasn't even I went there. I had this thing on my arm, and it scared me. And I went there, and they looked at me, and they said I was fine. And then I
Wait,
left.
April's gonna grab her arm to look at the bump, which I assume is one bug bite or something.
Yes, it's like a small little
bite.
Is that what that is? Oh, I've never.
Oh.
Bugs don't bite me.
Okay, we
so-
have spray. We have spray back in our cabin. We're just gonna
Thank
we're gonna
God.
lather you up every day. And I guess we're like walking towards Menon, I guess, still as this is happening, or no?
Yeah, where is
Or we just take
Minnie
it
Pooh?
away.
Wait. Let's go back to the most important thing that April just said. I am not lathering you up in anything. So
Listen, JW, once you get a little older, you know, your skin, it's just not the same, and you have to protect it. You have to use the sunblock.
we're 13 years old. What are you talking
We're
about?
14.
You're 14. I'm 13.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be 14 one day.
The moment you hit 14, instantly. Oh,
That's it. Your skin is just not the same.
My mom always said
Lee-
you got to start taking care of it young.
Lee has his flashlight out, and he's like kind of shining it into Menon's eyes, like seeing if there's any response, like if there's any brain damage happening here or anything like that.
Then
So,
through your
wait.
eyelid, you can see the flash moving back and forth, and then
Okay.
Lee, as you're kind of looking down, stare at him. This little tiny head kind of pops up next to you and stares down. What you looking at? And it's little Mandy from Cabin 8.
Oh, Mandy with a sailor mouth.
Yeah.
So Mandy, or person, I don't know if I've met Mandy yet. Yeah,
She was
so,
with you as you
yeah.
climbed
Yeah,
up.
she was nearby. So, yeah, I'm just gonna. Well, he seems to have passed out, but has full function of his mouth and vocal cords. So I'm just trying to see if anything's wrong with him. He was carried a long way for nothing earlier, so it's just like one of those. I'm just trying to figure out this
Does
person.
he get hurt a lot?
I don't.
He seems
I
like
mean,
he falls
in
down.
the short amount of time that I've known him, yeah. The question is,
Maybe-
how actually life threatening is it?
well, Menon's gonna start getting up. Well, no one's gonna carry me. Guess I'll have to move over there myself.
That's how most of us do
Starts
it.
sprinting over to Kira,
Yes, he's okay.
and he gets to Kira, and he's like, Kira!
I look at the other two. Menon! I couldn't.
Hey!
That was.
What is going on?
You're embarrassing all of us.
It's puberty.
Oh,
You've been
God.
struck by
Ew.
puberty.
Gross.
Menon.
It's natural.
Yeah. Yes.
She just runs in and hugs him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back from Paris. I realized that I couldn't. I realized that I just couldn't be without you. And so I decided that it was best for me to cancel my trip and come spend summer camp with you.
And
Menon
the
does
rest of
have
us?
several cuts all over him and scrapes.
Oh my God! What have
and if
they
I
done to you
remember,
already?
He smells like cologne, if I remember.
Mhm.
He smells like cologne. Has cuts all over him. Are you okay?
I did not try to shave. I fell into a hornet's nest and I fell down a floor, and then people carried me, and then I kind of fell again, hoping that Lee would carry me to you.
Oh my God, this is why I didn't want to do summer camp, but parents make us do stuff that we don't want to do all the time, so it kind of sucks.
But you came all the way from Paris. I'm so tired. I owed you.
Yes. Yes, I did. All the way from Paris. And I look at the two girls and I'm like,
So happy you're back, Kira. Do
Yeah,
you want to
went
check out our
through-
bunk?
You really went through so much.
I did.
You look
I endured
really
a lot.
good. Your skin is
Thank you.
glistening.
Yeah, it must be
Thank
all
you.
those French baguettes I've been hearing about. Oh, hey, wait. Did you get my letters?
I got a letter. It was very sweet. And it touched me so much that rather than writing a letter back, I decided to come here and see you. So that's why I'm here.
That was a.
Yep.
I'm about to faint again.
I'm gonna like nudge Menon in the chest and be like, how come you never write me any letters?
Oh, because we're always together.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a letter for once.
Okay, I will write you one then. April, do you also want a letter?
No.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure Lucas is gonna write me a couple. Louis.
Lucas!
Lucas.
Lucas wants that?
So many boyfriends, you just can't keep them straight, you know. But anyways, I'm good. I'll just take your word in person.
Okay.
So, how have things been other than the shave or whatever? How has camp been thus far?
Well,
We have a
we're
really-
currently on the hunt.
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go for it, JW.
No, you start. You go. You go. No, you
Oh,
go.
okay. We are currently on the hunt for Bigfoot. We have
What?
no leads, but I'm still hoping.
no, you
No,
let him go.
and then- Hold on. Jeez, guys. I get the important things out of the way first. And there's also a whole company that's slowly destroying the forest, and we could lose Camp Mugapea. So we got to do something about it.
Oh.
But we don't know what
Oh.
they're building on top of the forest. That's the thing. But it sounds
That's
super
true.
important.
Oh.
What?
if it's like a
Okay.
shopping
Let's
mall
just
or
get out of the way now. Yeah. So what would we allow to be built in the forest if we find
mall?
out? Okay.
You
Kira,
think
we
it's up to
have-
us to allow it?
Well, I mean, we just have to find a moral standing. Like, what is our line? Oh, hold on. Lee, get over here.
Yeah, why don't you ask Lee? He's the Boy Scout.
Oh yeah, Kira. This is our new friend Lee.
No, this
Oh,
is
hi.
Lee. Lee. Lee.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you. as
Kira.
well.
I just came from Paris.
Oh,
Menon's gonna lean in. He's like, "This is the person I was talking about."
okay. He talks a lot about you. It's like the only thing he does.
Other than like his weird conspiracies, which I think he talks about more, but
Whoa.
that's besides the
Weird.
He mentioned you and Sasquatches almost equally.
That's that's a good thing.
Pretty high
I
honor.
think.
That's a pretty high honor.
So, like, are you one of Menon's like conspiracy friends? Also, like, are you also trying to? I don't know.
No, please don't. No,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just- I'm just in his cabin. I didn't really have any friends. He said I could come hang out.
Oh.
I've been here. This is my second year at Camp Mugapea. I just like the outdoors, and in my experience with the outdoors, Sasquatches aren't a thing. But don't tell him that.
I'm gonna ignore you, Lee, because we're off to a good start.
Are you listening into my whispers? Whispers
Yeah.
are for secrets. You listening in?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Menon.
That is what I. What? April, how dare you turn against me?
Thank you, April.
Listen, sometimes we have to whisper too. I'm just saying. It's because
Then
we
do
care.
the thing that you make me do. You make me walk away a far distance.
Can we make
And
him
then
do
come
that? Come in and take a walk.
Yeah, we say, go, Menon, go to your corner.
He's gonna look at Kira and see if he gets a nod that he's supposed to go for a walk.
No. This is just an example, right?
What is going on?
I mean, it would be interesting to see it played out. I don't believe that it could happen.
No,
Okay.
no, Menon. You can stay.
I think we should all take a walk. Isn't it time to get some snacks?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh, it is
god! I was so distracted by my
I got extra allowance for the
Okay.
snack shack, so
Ooh.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Wait,
Yeah, let's
shall
go.
we?
I want a Charleston
let's
chew.
do it.
You guys walk up
choice.
to the snack shop. It's nothing but a glorified cabin with like one of the split doors where the top opens and the bottom serves as kind of like a counter. And essentially everything's $1. They've got some like ice cream treats, some candy bars, some chips, basically almost anything you can want within reason, like the equivalent of a 7-Eleven, except for all like prepackaged. Nothing like they're not in there, making fresh smoothies or anything.
Right.
But yeah, feel free to grab a snack. They do have a limit of 2 items a day.
What?
Yes.
2 items a day? Do they want us to die out here?
They have to watch
There's
our
only one
weights.
period of snack shackingness to happen.
I know what
But
I
do they
want.
give us like actual food also?
Yeah, well, they
yeah,
ate
you just
because they
missed
were in
dinner.
Yeah. You had to subsist on your French baguettes.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, it was. I'm going to miss my baguettes very much. For now, Kira will
Well,
get a bag of Skittles. That'll be her to hold her over until dinner.
I would like to do one of the like popsicles, but one of like the really big ones, like the big stick or whatever they're called. Like
Like
So
a
they've got
Bomb Pop
the
or the
Otter Pop style ones with the like plastic
Otter
that'll
Pop.
cut your flesh, and they have the triangle
God.
kind of push-uppy ones.
I'll do a
Like it's
push.
like a weird pyramid.
Wait, do they have
Wait,
the Flintstone push pops?
Yes, thank you so much.
It's not Flintstone, but it's
Then
it's
it's
like
not
the
worth it.
Ooh,
Big
goodbye.
Bob from Birmingham.
Yay!
Yeah.
Who gets your
looking for the
reroll?
popsicle. What's everyone else
$1
getting?
for each.
Is
Okay,
everyone eating ice cream?
$1.
No.
I'm going to get a Mountain Dew and a. Hey, do you guys ever remember those Smarties lollipop? It's what I always got at camp. It's like a giant
Yes.
Smarties on
Oh.
a stick, and you
Yeah.
it's pure sugar. So I'm getting one of those and a Mountain Dew.
That's $2.
All right, $2.
Yep.
Mark it
Menon
off.
is gonna get. Do you have do they have drumsticks?
Of course.
They have like a Nutty Buddy,
Like the
type thing,
generic
yeah.
version?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
they
like almost
have
someone went
chocolate?
to Sam's Club and got whatever the version was in bulk.
Cool. I'll take one of those and a pack of Skittles.
That's cute.
Oh my
That's
god,
Skittles.
twinsies!
Everyone has
Oh,
Skittles.
I want a screwball ice cream and a Charleston chew, please.
Did you guys know that Charleston Chews are made by the makers of Tootsie Roll?
No, I did
Did,
not.
did you guys know that
No.
JW is really a 70-year-old woman?
Listen, hold on. I know, because Lucas Martinez was making fun of me in chat. Charleston Chew was my go-to when I was going to the pool recreation center. In
this
the
just like a
90s.
caramel
I was a
thing,
90s
right?
kid. Huh? Yeah, it's this long
Just like a
thing with
caramel
like,
thing, right?
it's like a very
Yeah.
chewy,
Yeah.
chocolatey covered marshmallow. And then the
Wait,
screwball was
yeah.
from the ice cream truck. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I remember
70
that.
I wasn't-
years old.
I knew the screwball. We knew what that was.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
yep, you can get them. Again, they're the
Thanks.
generic off-brand versions, but they're there.
Okay.
Yum.
So you're all hanging around.
Around.
What do you want to do? Now's your opportunity. You see Brad talking with some of his fellow counselors.
Is Brad cute?
Brad always makes me think of like Brad Pitt, so I'm always like,
No, you shouldn't.
If
go
I
he's
that
know, me
way.
too. Brad
if
is
he's
like
a
You shouldn't go that way. You should
like-
go closer to a Jonah
Chris Farley?
Hillish type character.
Oh no.
oh,
Like he's
Yeah.
bigger, but he's not unattractive.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I always think of a Brad like a blonde, like
Me
Brad.
too.
Yeah,
I
he's got
know
like shoulder
one
length.
Brad
He's got
in
like
his
shoulder length, straight brown hair. He's a bit bigger, bulkier. Definitely
Okay.
in the nerd variety.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
He's got
But
glasses
not
very
dweebs.
similar to Lee's.
Oh.
I hope we don't get them confused. I have a very
Well, his are
specific
blue.
description.
He has blue.
Oh, okay,
ones.
good.
You're good. You're all right.
Well, we
Well.
can ask Brad some questions, or we can wait until he comes to the cabin. We could all hang out.
Oh, but then we wouldn't get to hear.
Yeah, you do know
That is true.
after this like snack shack period, this kind of like post dinner relaxation, the only things left on the agenda are like a campfire, like the whole camp down at the campfire pit,
Mhm.
and then back to cabins until lights out.
Okay, then the men will try.
So
to
after the
wave
campfire,
over-
basically you'll get separated from boys and
yeah,
girls.
from
Right.
boys and girls. Menon will try to wave over Brad. Brad! Brad!
He like looks over and goes, you see him turn to who you think was Carlos, the skateboard counselor. Like, and then he stumbles on over. It's like, what can I do for you, my cool guy?
Hey, cool guy. We just had like some questions we wanted to ask you, and we were wondering if that was cool. This seemed like the perfect time. I will not go first because apparently my questions are irrelevant.
Just
So,
skip
April,
past
take the
ones about
stage.
Sasquatch.
We didn't say they were irrelevant. They're just
Um,
not on target.
The time we spent talking about this is time that I could have asked
Okay.
him.
Okay. Listen, Brad. We were just wondering. We heard some like rumors about the camp and stuff. And do you know what they're cutting those trees down for?
On the other side of the valley? Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's just the logging company that it's been there for like as long as I remember. It's just been getting
Oh.
bigger, I guess.
Well, Camp
that's what I said.
Mugapea's like good, right? Like we'll still have camp next year and the year after. Or have you heard anything else about that?
I mean, he's like looking around. Like, I sure hope so. It's my summer income. Saving for college.
Where are you thinking about going?
What do you guys know that I don't know, apparently?
Nothing. Nothing.
No,
Nothing at all.
We
yeah,
were just taking bets.
well,
I thought it was a hospital being put up.
yeah, and Kiro's really hoping for a mall, and we were just kind of like wondering because it's kind of pretty close to here, so we were just like a little worried.
I mean, as far as I know, they got their land and we got our land, and never the twixt shall meet.
This
Okay.
land is my land. This
Okay.
land
Yep,
is
I
your
was thinking
land.
that, but I
But what
didn't
if
think
that-
it. Yep.
That's all my questions. Minin, your turn.
What was the company's name?
The
logging
logging company?
Yes.
Sidwell Logging.
Sidwell.
Oh, my notes are over there.
So you don't know a lot about, or do you know? Have you seen them around these parts? Has any CEOs or like official people from Sidwell come to talk to the owner of Camp Mugapea? They're just getting really close, and it.
Give me a. Let's see here. Give me a charm roll.
Oh,
Let's call it. Who likes you? Let's call it DC 6.
I'm pretty sure my charm is like a D4.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Well,
You're pretty
then
sure?
Do you
get a
have
4
anything?
and explode those dice.
Yeah.
No, it's a D6. It is a D6. What do I have to explode? Do I have anything to explode it?
You have right now. You have one adversity token and 2 rerolls. One from Luna Steel Song, and one from your mom.
Your mom.
Okay, we're gonna let it ride. That's a 4.
Wait,
That's a
are you
5.
rolling a D4? Oh.
A 4 is not enough to do it.
So my highest was a 5. I did a reroll.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you lost 1 reroll, but have gained an adversity token because of the failed roll. And let's see here. Sorry, my thing is all. There we go. Thanks, Adam Kahn. Adam Kahn has taken over
see?
live
He's
switching.
there.
So I can focus.
Woo!
Yeah.
Don't have a problem.
doing
Woo!
Yeah, he's like, I don't know that I've seen anyone. It's not really my purview to worry about what's going on like that. I mean, to you guys, he looks like an adult, but in reality,
Yeah.
he's only like 18
He's
years
just-
old. Yeah, he's
Uh-huh.
just slightly older than you. It's like getting a horse
He's
to watch
just
your dog.
old enough to Okay.
But at that age, it feels like so much older.
Right.
I guess. I guess we probably need to. What was that, Brad?
Why would that be a weird question?
I don't know.
That one said it was
Just
a weird
curious.
question.
Oh no, I'm not to those questions yet. I'm at the normal questions.
Oh, there's more. Good. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So. We can... What kind of folklore and legends are in this area? Are there any mine shafts?
New Jersey Devil, Chupacabra.
Oh, like
Miner.
cryptids and
Coal
stuff.
miner.
What'd you say?
Let's see where
That's
we're
not
at.
the
So
Chucky.
cryptids have a very, very popular. There's quite a few in the area. Rumored, of course. I've not seen any myself, but we've got
What
the
is it?
Squonk,
Of
we've
course.
got the Gigwoggle, we've got the Trotterhead, the Grafton Monster, Mothman, and obviously Sheep Squatch. Those are like the local in this area.
Obviously.
Sheep Squash.
I have not
That's
heard
really
of a
lame.
swamp. Of course I know
You
Mothman.
ever heard of a Squonk? Oh my dude, you need to see this thing. It's like a little wart-covered, baggy-skinned creature with a little flat face and has a blubbering cry.
Hey,
So
hey,
when we
Brad.
touch it, do we get warts?
Farmers tend to see them. Say again?
If we touch it, do we get warts?
Oh, no one's ever touched one. They like melt away. It's super cool.
They melt away if you touch them?
No, before you touch them, I think, JW.
Hey,
Like you're
Brad.
about to. And then
I'm so confused.
Brad, are there any snipe in the area?
Don't try to fool a fooler, my dude.
I was trying to get you
No,
in on
snipes are
it,
not
Brad.
real.
Brad, do you realize that you just ruined that? We were in it together. I wasn't trying to fool you. If I was trying to fool you, I would say, hey, Brad, have you ever heard of snipe? But I said, perfectly good plan, ruined.
No. Look, you can't.
weird.
You
You
can't be
hear a lot
spreading
about.
rumors.
You hear a lot about Scout's honor, but when you're in front of one, it doesn't really pan up. Lee.
What are you talking about? Do you know what a
Trying to
snipe
trick
is?
me with-
Because I learned that in the Scouts.
No.
You go out into the woods and you learn things. That's called bonding.
But this is
Okay,
really...
Brad. Do we have any more questions? Do we have free time? Are we able to like walk maybe to the computer lab and check something real fast?
You're not going to find anything in this era.
Yeah, there's not really internet in the middle
There's
of the
no
mountains.
internet yet.
There's just like
Oh, yeah.
CD-ROM games.
Yeah.
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 Floppy
Photosynthesis.
disk,
Damn.
actually.
Well,
I had
there
that
goes
one.
that plan.
All right.
So,
yeah.
my last question, Brad, is: are there like, okay, so between all of us, like, are there any like of the cool spots that like people go to hang out after hours and things like that? You know, there's got to be like those spots.
We have the coolest spots. One spot is for the boys, and it's in their cabin, and one spot's for the girls.
Oh, you're not a cool counselor. I get it. You're not a cool counselor. I'll talk to one of the others.
I'm gonna whisper to Med and be like,
so
I think Kira was just hitting on Brad for a second.
That's what I thought. Was she asking? Like, what do I do?
just wanted to know.
I don't know,
back
Matt.
from Paris.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful and watch your woman.
I'm right here, first of all. And second of all,
We're really bad at whispering.
Okay, I'm done with Brad. Can we go? I'm bored.
Are you saying this to Brad?
Okay, Brad.
Yeah.
Bored with you. Thank you for some information.
I'm glad I left what I was doing to come over here and
No,
be berated by children, I guess.
No, I'm sorry, Brad. Real quick. Do you mind making 3, 4, 5 character sheets for D&D later?
Luthor Mage Axe is my name.
We'll get into that when we sit down. Don't worry about that. I've got some pre-gens.
Also, are there Slinky Dinks later?
Perfect.
Shrinky Dinks.
Slinky.
We're not going to let you guys use the ovens.
That's a smart move. My mom doesn't let me use the oven.
That I believe.
I bet there's a lot your mom doesn't let you do.
Yeah.
Possibly.
All right, I'm gonna go back. Be sure to keep your eyes out for the trotter head.
Squanches. Yep.
It's squonk. It's pronounced squonk.
Okay.
What is the plural of squonk? Brad.
Squink.
Forget. Get out of here.
Just read your monster manual, man. He walks back and continues his conversation with Carlos. They glance over at you occasionally.
So weird.
You guys,
Well,
are we about to have a normal summer? There's nothing weird happening.
Why would you not have one?
The forest is being cut down around us,
But that's not good or like nice, but it's not like alien or anything like that.
I was
Why
really
would that be an
hoping
option?
with. It's not. It's never an option. I was really hoping that with our luck, we would be able to get like Bigfoot or the Chupacabra, anything.
What
But
do
it
you mean
seems
by
like
your
we're-
luck?
well,
Oh,
we're
nothing, don't
pretty
worry
sure that Owl Creek, where we're from, is cursed. But maybe Camp
Oh,
Mugapea
okay, well, yeah.
is actually a vacation from our cursed town that we're forced to live in.
Yeah.
So
Should we
yeah,
just tell
nothing
Lee
weird's
everything?
happened. I think it's a little early to drop all the bombs on him about everything that we've been through.
What explosions?
White
Light
mode
mode has been
activated.
I don't think
Hey,
It
I
does-
don't think Adam
it's
knows
just-
how to
I don't
change
know.
it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, I don't know
No,
what,
we're-
what is turned on or not.
we're on vacation, so let's not think about the aliens or any of that other stuff.
From the movies we watched, right? Kira?
Yeah. We went to see the
Right.
movie Alien, and it was rated R, and we were totally
Yeah.
not supposed to see it.
Yeah, we
so
snuck
she
into the
kept
movie
that between
theater,
us.
watched it, and then we were all freaked out, had nightmares for months. So yeah, Lee, we're
Yeah,
having
it was
normal
the
summer.
re-release director's cut, remastered edition.
I was gonna say
that
that
only
film
got
came out in
released.
1979.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
remastered,
is in the theater.
recut, and then re-released only in Owl Creek. So
Oh.
yeah.
So, where
Okay.
to?
So, like, what?
Smooth. He doesn't suspect a thing.
Right?
Yeah.
To
So
establish friendships with others.
oh,
What
okay,
did you say?
Lee.
That was
What do you say?
internal.
That was. Oh,
We
okay.
heard
This
you.
you gotta say these things.
Well, I heard the voice of God, so I was responding to it.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. We can't really ask the owner, like, if this company is trying to push her out of the woods. Or
I mean, what could we do even if they were? Or even if she told us?
I don't know, Molotovs, sabotage,
Oh my god, not again.
Wolverines.
Dude, there's no alcohol on camp. Where are we gonna get Molotovs from?
Oh, there's alcohol on camp.
Are
There is?
Molotovs an option?
There is.
Oh, hey, Lee.
I didn't go anywhere. Why are you surprised that I'm here?
I get really into the conversation.
Who are you?
The cool dweebs?
I am Men in Black, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire.
Listen, we're not really good at making outside friends. We've only done it once before, and I'm sometimes worried that we scared her away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we did.
But we just have a lot of energy and interest in the things that are happening around us. I feel like you
I've never
just
been
miss a
mixed
lot,
up.
you know? If you don't, like, dive into the details of everything. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm making sense.
As the sun continues to set and eventually fall behind the mountain range, earlier than you'd think because of the mountains, everyone just kind of starts meandering their way over towards down where you were pointed out was the fire pit, kind of on the southern end of the camp along the creek, kind of the bridge that you had to run across when you fell. When you ran from the bugs. Nope, hornets. That's what they are.
Yep.
And sure enough, you get there, and there is a big fire pit and several kind of seats spread around in kind of like an amphitheater style situation.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm trying to set some noise gates on everyone's levels here.
No worries.
To try and kill some echo.
Echo.
Blame Nathan.
Test.
Yeah.
Test.
Doesn't happen anywhere else. I do the same thing.
All right, everyone has a gate now. This should sort most of it.
Cool.
That's it.
Everyone is here that you've seen and met today. Even some people that you haven't seen yet, like some of the other counselors, some of the other campers, and Wendy, the camp owner, comes out. She's like, "Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful first day of Mugapea, Camp Mugapea. I look forward to many more. I hope you had a great time. Tomorrow, the adventures truly begin. Each cabin has its own schedule, kind of where it's going and when, for the first couple days until everyone figures out what they want to do. And then we'll post some sign-up sheets. If you really like the horses, you can go to the horses every day. If you really like archery, do archery every day. So we'll see what happens there. And she starts telling you kind of how like the day-to-day is going to go. a little bit more like breakfast. It's going to be similar to how dinner was. Lunch will be basically grab and go, paper bag, like pre-packed. And as she's talking, a girl comes up to her. Looks very similar to her, about 15 or 16 years old. You can deduce that this is probably Krista, Alexandria, the daughter of Wendy, the camp owner. And Alexandria whispers in her ear, and there's a pause a moment, and Wendy says, okay, if you guys want to excuse me, I've got to see to some things, but hang out, chat. There's some supplies for some marshmallow roasting. Get to know your counselors and campers. This is kind of our fire pit meet and mingle scenario. She looks at her watch. In about 2 hours, we'll be going back to our cabins for the night for lights out. And I'll see you all in the morning. And she runs off into the wood. Pretty,
Nice.
like she runs off pretty quickly.
We should
In
go
the direction of
see
camp or away from camp?
Back towards the main admin building of the camp.
We should totally go sneak up.
Who? Oh no. Well, who is the best? I think it'd be obvious if all of us sneak. I think one of us should. Who's the best sneak ability?
Or two of us at least. That way we can like.
Yeah,
help each other.
That's smart.
Okay, let's go. And I grab Menon and I
what?
start running, like sneaking through.
So you're running off to kind of follow her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like, so we can
April
hear
was like
who she's gonna
just
talk
starting.
to.
April was like just starting to say like, what if everything's normal? But like by the time they're already gone. By the time finish the thing.
Okay. Menon and JW are kind of creeping through camp. We'll get back to that. But back at the fire still, little Mandy comes up to April, and she's like, who's the new girl? Is she a B word? Like the Stacy girl?
She used to be, but she's kind of like a reformed word that we don't say because we're saving it for later. Kira, this is Mandy. She's in our cabin.
Hi.
Mandy, this is Kira. She just came from Paris, I guess is what we're going with.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I'm glad you're not a B word anymore. I'm not supposed to say what that actually is until I really mean it, though.
How old are you, Mandy?
I believe I said I was
11.
11.
11. I have it
11.
written down. 11.
Yeah, you definitely
I'm gonna write
shouldn't
it
be
down,
saying
too.
those words around anywhere. It's not very
Wait,
nice.
That's what we told her. That, it's more effective if you just don't say it ever,
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah, that's what April said, but be honest, how old were you when you said it the first time? Probably like 7.
Oh, like 7? No, I was probably like. Okay, maybe I was that young when I.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
God.
The bottom. It doesn't matter.
April's like, I don't know if I've ever said it.
So you're one of our roommates or whatever. I guess we all share a cabin or something. I haven't even seen
Yeah.
our place yet.
It's April and JW and me and the B word Stacy and
Oh yeah.
Oh.
yes. And then our
Oh, so
council.
there's one of those.
Yeah,
Huh.
she was
Yeah, she's
very
real mean.
rude to
Well,
us.
If she continues to be rude to you guys, I can take care of that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Kira has a smirk on her face. I have plans. I've thought about this. If I had to deal with people that I didn't like at this smelly camp, so
Yeah. I mean, maybe she just had a rough time getting in, or maybe she's not used to being away from her family or something. We didn't really get to talk. She didn't really want to talk to us, so maybe
That's
she's
fair,
not a
you know.
maybe she's not a B
April-
word, you know.
You've always been one for giving people second chances, so I will. We can get a proper introduction of her. That's fine.
But you know, if we do need to do something, it's 4 against 1. So
This is true. This
She
is
like
true.
Mandy like looks around. He goes, "Oh, there she is." And Kira, especially, you understand the look of the clique, the popular clique, and that is what that group of girls is. Except
oh
one
no.
that Mandy points out is like not in the group, but is like next to the group a lot. If that makes sense.
Huh. So she's a wannabe. That's fine.
Maybe she just needs a friend.
Oh yeah. She was. Oh, that's right. She was really. I just remembered that she was really bummed that she wasn't in the cabin with her friend. So maybe she'll even get switched out. Who knows?
Oh, well, hopefully.
I have to say real fast, Tracy, who are you?
I know. I play like the mean girl so well. It's like one of my favorite archetypes to play. So this is just I get to channel all this built up energy that I've wanted. It's amazing.
Mandy walks over and sits next to Lee, and he goes,
Oh.
"Where'd the weird guy go?"
Just ran off into the woods. Doesn't even want to meet and greet. He's not even gonna know anybody.
But he falls down. Is he alone? He's gonna fall and hurt himself.
No,
They're
his
fair.
friend JW went with him. I mean, but yeah, he's probably gonna get mauled by a bear. That's an option.
She leans in and goes, "Kind of cool."
It would be kind of cool, except also horrifying.
Yeah.
probably
Well, Lee,
doesn't know.
Lee would know. Lee would know how to handle it if that happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can handle a bear. I'm not saying I would fight it like that. I'm not saying that. Like, don't be like, oh, Lee thinks he could fight a bear. No, like I understand how to handle the situation, but I feel like Menon would try to fight the bear, and that's the opposite. That is the opposite of what you should do.
Yeah.
As
She
you're
would.
talking, 2 guys walk up next to you and go clearly. You know them as Jason and Joshua, and they're clearly, "Bro, you should never fight a bear. It's just not gonna win. It's got so many more
know.
claws than you do, dude."
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. We weren't gonna fight one. We were talking about people who might. You know.
No, remember that guy you carried? Don't you think he would be?
Oh yeah, Stumble McStumbleton. Yeah.
Yeah, Stumbles. Hey, that's a great nickname, Stumbles.
He's
You should be
yeah. He's prone to.
He needed carried the whole way back.
Um.
I like my
Anyways.
nickname better.
Which one, Minnie Pooh?
Yeah.
Well, you should definitely tell them your nickname for him because they might pick that one up too.
You have a nickname
only
for him?
I can call him my nickname.
What is your nickname?
Which is
Minnie Pooh.
Oh, we're all calling him that now.
Kira just said it like with confidence. She's like, Minnie
What do you think?
Have you
Boys,
not heard the tale of Minnie Pooh?
Stumbles or Minnie Pooh? Which should we go with?
Yeah.
What if we just change it? He never knows what's coming his way.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We'll
All right.
start out with the Stumbles, and then we'll hit him with a mini poo. It'll be wonderful.
Love it. I'm trying to get Brad in on this too. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Brad will be down for that.
Wow, I love the
meanwhile-
camaraderie at camp.
Flash to the other side of camp. I need something to tell me how kind of quiet you're going.
Okay.
Can I do a brains to?
to pick your way? Yeah, pick a way and try to tell me how you want to move silently. Brains will work.
Okay. Yeah, I.
JW, do you want to take the lead on this?
We're just like going, like, run to one tree, kind of like get skinny, look, then run to another tree, get skinny, look, like kind of that like weird thing.
I just picture all the trees are like this big, but somehow we disappear behind it.
Yeah, I mean, we would be running behind stuff. Like, I'm sure there's, the other cabins and benches and.
Yeah, I mean, there's spots that you could duck into. All right, give me either a brains check to like time your pacing, kind of based on how she's walking, or a flight check. See, kind of if you can. Kind of dart to where before she turns around.
8.
I got a 12 on brains. But that's my D20.
12 on, bro. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. Okay. You manage to kind of duck behind trees and bushes. Like, at one point you slip into a cabin. And you follow her the whole way back up to the main admin lounge, like the big lounge where they said it would go when it rains. The Longhouse, it's also called. And parked out front of this building is a very swanky looking 1994 model BMW 525 IM.
Does it have a cell phone inside of it?
It's got the cell phone inside. It's got a CD player built into the dash.
Damn.
Yeah. Like real leather seats.
This isn't even out yet.
Person. No, it's not out yet.
I think this is...
Leaning on the hood of the car.
Powered windows,
you see,
dude.
There's this really like swarmy looking dude. Full suit and just smug face, just so full of himself. He's just sitting there tapping. He's got sunglasses on his head, even though it's dark out. Like he's not wearing them, but they like put him up. And he's just waiting. And you see Wendy walks up. You know what? I might even have a picture of this guy.
Ooh, really?
Is it John Stamos?
Not John Stamos. It's not John Stamos. It is that man.
Who is that?
That is an NPC me from McCranky Stank himself.
Is that McCranky Stank?
Oh my god!
Oh my
god! He cleans up nice!
Yeah, dang.
Nice car, McCranky Stank.
But look at all the dead trees in the background.
Is he watching still? I saw him pop on earlier.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
He was here at one point. I don't know if he's here now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But also, this is a good point to call out, guys. You want to? We have a couple NPCs loaded or getting ready to come in, but it's gonna. If you want to be a denizen of Owl Creek Ridge or Camp Mugapea, be with them channel points. We can bring you in with the NPC me. Nathan wants to know what color car it is. The white BMW.
Oh, really?
Like
wow,
pearl
you drove that on dirt
color?
road.
The pearl white,
right?
back in the day.
That's,
Yeah,
here's the
like
thing. That's a symbol of money in and of itself, because it's like, I'm gonna drive this on dirt roads because I've got the money to go wash it every single time I do that.
Right?
Good point. All right, so we're gonna be listening. We want to be listening.
And you said you're going to listen?
Yeah. I want to see what happens, what goes on, and listen to their conversation.
Okay. As you can't quite hear everything as you're getting closer, but you can see that the conversation gets very animated with Wendy's hands and all, like pointing back to the.
Ray!
Hey, thank you, friends.
Thanks, guys.
Great.
Unmade Gaming. Thank you so much, guys.
The unmade
Thank you
little
all.
zombie dab. He's adorable.
Thank
Yes,
you.
he
guys.
is.
Welcome. We are playing some Kids on Bikes. We're just about to eavesdrop on a very shady character.
Yeah,
Once you get
turn
close
to
enough, guys,
Word.
you can start to hear bits and pieces come through. You get words like tremendous debt, take the camp, you'll not get a better offer. But you can't get, because it's kind of an open driveway. Con, if you can bring up the map for me again. It's kind of a there's a gap between kind of where the trees and stuff fall away and where they park. So if you look at the map, kind of right to the north, just below the boys' cabins.
Which
there's
one is
that
the boys'
kind of
cabins
rectangular
again?
tan building. It's in that lot between the tan building and the archery range. So you can't there's no cover to get much closer.
Yeah.
But you hear
Jake,
you
have you
hear
seen-
things along the lines of, "You'll not get a better offer. Take the camp." And you can put 2 and 2 together that he's making an offer to buy the camp, or she's indebted to him already in some aspect.
I wonder what they're building there, Menon.
I don't know, but I see they are here. They're harassing her.
We can't just walk up and be like, "Hey, we're superheroes. We're gonna stop this," because they're gonna get mad at us.
No, but I don't know, JW. This is the first time I'm ever gonna say this, but we're just kids. What are we supposed to do? We fought aliens, government, Krampus, a coal man who murdered us several times. But I don't know how to deal with corporate.
Just a businessman in a suit who's rich. I mean, I don't know. Steal a car?
I don't like pine cones in their construction equipment. Like, what do we? I don't want to lose this place. I just got here.
Maybe we can talk to Wendy's daughter and see what's going on.
Oh my
Oh,
Thank you, Wade!
Yo, Skylar,
Sky
Welcome.
Yes, welcome, guys.
Thank you.
On bikes. We're eavesdropping on the nefarious corporate shill trying to buy the summer camp out from under the indebted owner.
Oh god, there's
Just normal
music.
stuff. Normal summer camp stuff.
Yeah, normal
Yep.
stuff.
I don't.
We should just ask Wendy's daughter. Maybe she can help.
It's a good idea.
Coleman music.
I know! That's why I said music!
I don't have a
Oh my
mid ground.
We will never not associate this with Coleman.
I'm always gonna have PTSD for this.
Yep.
I guess I'll go to something excited. Maybe
No, this is fine.
might not fit, but we'll see.
I mean, what do we do?
I
Should we
don't
just
know,
wait
Jake.
and... Do we just wait and hear what else we could hear and then we just leave?
Yeah, I think we should try to get as much information as possible and bring it back to the group, and then we can kind of figure it out as the day goes. I mean, we're
Okay.
here for what? A week or two? Wait, how long are we here for?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Is it like
believe
a
it's 3 weeks, a month. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we can make a plan. We can stop them in 3 weeks. You're able to stop the coal man in 2 days. I mean, okay,
I think sorry, I'm
like
not
16 days, but it just turned out to 2.
Oh.
Dark mode
Dark
activated.
mode activated. Okay. Let's hear what else we can hear. So we're gonna
Okay.
kind of listen.
They're basically going on about the same stuff. Like no new information. She's like, I'm not selling the camp.
It seems like the same stuff that we just heard.
Yeah, I'm not selling the camp. Definitely not to the likes of you. So you can just tear it down and dismantle it for lumber. tell your father, get out. We don't need his kind around here.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a little far. We don't know if that was.
What a dude! Right, sometimes rich people are real jerks. No offense to Kira.
I know. I don't like this guy.
Me neither. Oh.
Well, that was
I
Wendy
like-
telling him to tell his dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
So
messed
that's
up.
where
I
the
thought it was
money's
the.
coming from.
That's fine. It happens. We'll sort
Oh,
it.
wait. Oh, it's Dad's money,
Yeah.
and his dad's
Huh.
too much of a chicken to come talk to herself, so he has to send her son. This is despicable family business.
Well,
I think we should head back.
okay. Let's go back. And we'll go back to the campfire.
Okay. Just so I have it, give me a flight
Sure.
check, just so I kind of get an idea of how.
Ooh, 9.
Okay, yeah, you managed to sneak away, dip and dive under cover of darkness, back towards the campfire, and pretty much just as you kind of step off the road into the tree cover again, you hear the rev of an engine and the tiny little rocks picked up by tires spinning on gravel roads as this white BMW 525 1994 spins and drives off back into the road.
Ugh.
Even drives
glancing
like a
back.
jerk.
I know. If
Glancing
I ever get the
back
chance,
for-
I'm gonna set his car on fire.
We'll go to jail. Juvie. I don't want to go to juvie. There's so many
That's if we
bad
get
things
caught.
about juvie.
Kids in juvie. It's next season.
Yeah, word.
Kids in chains, dude.
Oh no!
Kids on
Oh.
cots.
No.
Okay.
You eventually make your way back to the bonfire pit. People are kind of gathering in mixing and mingling circles, but they've somewhat solidified kind of their little groups that they're going to hang out with, at least to begin with. But you come back and you see, sure enough, that April and Kira and Lee and Mandy are just kind of sitting around talking to the occasional person here or there. Brad stops by to say hi and then moves on.
Wow, I'm surprised Kira isn't completely surrounded, having to fight off.
Having to fight off what?
No.
Huh?
Boys, obviously.
Yes.
I didn't hear. You got cut off.
Oh, I said surprised Kira. isn't
Sorry, it's
fighting off a
Diana
group of
saying
dudes
what?
right now.
Yeah, the dude part got cut off, so I didn't hear what you said.
So, how did it go?
Ah,
You both look
wanna
kind
talk
of
about it
stunned.
here? Can we talk about it here or somewhere
this-
else?
Well,
This is
we
kinda the
can't
only
go
place
back
we
to each
can.
other's cabins, so
Oh, that's true.
might as
there's
well
this
tell us
Okay.
now.
Come on, Stumbles.
yeah.
Why
Anyways,
calling stumble?
I don't know.
Okay, good, not me.
Long story short, and it's not nice to say that about April Lee.
She knows I wasn't saying it about her.
Long story short, I guess like either the camp is in a lot of debt or the camp is in debt by the lumber company, and they're really trying to push her out. Like they're telling her that she's not gonna get a better offer and she'll be ruined.
You're sure that was a lumber company person?
Yeah,
It
there's
was
a
the
business dude driving a
son's
BMW.
A 1994
I'm just
Howard
saying it could have
Windows,
been a different
dude.
business person.
with a phone.
Yeah, a real cell
Bank
phone in the
person?
car. We saw it. Huh?
Like a bank
Huh?
person? Could it have been a bank person? Like,
I don't
hey,
know.
you're
It's a guy in
lined
a
up.
suit.
No, he said his dad, and so it's the son's owner, or at least we can assume.
The owner's son, I think, is what he meant.
The son's. Yep, that's what I mean.
I
I was like,
I'm
when I thought about it, I was like, the son's
Lee,
owner.
Lee hears him say that and pulls the flashlight out again and is like checking his eyes. Did you get a concussion?
I'm
you
fine,
concussed?
Lee. Possibly.
Told you he
Here's
gets
what
hurt a
we're
lot, guys.
thinking. Here's what we're thinking. We should talk to Alexandria and like see if there's anything going on that she can leak out to the rest of us. Okay,
You also remember that there is a son, Andy,
Oh.
that
Son
you can
Andy.
see hanging around. Actually, looks very similar to Alexandria. Like they may be.
Are they twins?
They may be
How old do they look like?
about 16.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we got, guys.
Well, I mean, that kind of sucks for the camp, but I don't know what we can do about it. Like, we don't have, like, a lawyer. I mean, my dad does, but, I mean, I could call my dad and then try to get him to represent the camp. But that's I don't know if he'll actually do that.
Isn't your
I don't
dad a
know.
doctor?
Oh, wait, no, my dad
Oh,
is a doctor who
I
has a
see.
lawyer. Like, we have a
Oh, okay.
family lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to incorporate
Um,
the town somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm kind of with Kira on this one. What if we're supposed to have a normal summer? Normal.
Kira,
Yeah,
do you
we
think your
keep
family
getting
has enough money
ourselves-
to buy the camp?
I mean, maybe, but if they're already being sold to this company, then I mean, it might be a lot of money. But they don't wanna give
it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put you through that.
We should figure out what they're building next to the camp first before we even make like a decision to ask like Kira's dad or figure out what to do. I feel like we need more information.
What, are we just
on
gonna
what's going
talk?
on.
Are we just gonna talk to this guy?
Jared,
gonna talk to
that guy's
Alexandria
nearby,
Ridge.
right?
Which guy?
No, he drove off.
And no, Andy,
The-
the son.
Yeah, the son is nearby. Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna
at the
activate
fire.
the box that is checked blunt.
What?
I'm gonna activate that part of my character, and I'm gonna walk over to Andy.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hey, are you
Oh.
Andy?
What is Lee doing?
Yeah. What's up? What's up, man?
Hey, is everything okay with the camp? There was apparently some guy in a really nice car, like talking to your mom, and like, man, like I'm just here to have a good summer, but like we're cool, right? They're not gonna steal all the trees before I get to climb them.
I mean, I don't think you can just steal trees, but I mean, I understand you're probably speaking with hyperbole. Yeah, but he looks around. He like looks at his sister. Gives like a shrug. It's like, yeah. I mean, as far as I know, we're good. He gets in a little closer. He's like, we're not doing great, but we got enough to get through the summer.
Great. So you're fine. They're just being business people. Like, man, corporate America. Am I right?
Wait, what? And then his sister leans in and whispers in his ear. It's like, oh, they met right now. Oh, maybe there's something changing. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask my mom, but I don't think she'd just tell you.
Well,
That
I got more
seems-
information out of you than I thought, and now it's just from being blunt. People like directness. You know what I mean? They like it when you just lay the cards down.
Some people
Hey
do.
guys,
Annoying.
we can totally leave Lee right now. We just walk away.
Lee looks over at the group. Hey guys, I got some info.
We don't need that info, guys.
And then
Yeah.
and then he walks up to the girl in their cabin that Mandy said was a bee, and he just goes, "If you need a friend, I'm here for you," and then keeps walking.
God! Lose this dude! I want to be friends with him!
Give me a charm check. This is just so I have an idea of how well you did, because it's not opposed or anything. I just want to know. I want to know what happened here.
You know what? I feel confident enough with that. That was a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
All right. Wait, is this one of the games where if I re-roll, I still take the higher?
Yes.
No.
No. You take the very next roll.
Yeah, you take the next one.
That's why I'm checking, because there's a lot of opportunities to go lower than a 7, so I will take my 7.
Yeah, you say if you need a friend, and you're how old? You're 13?
Yep.
Right? Okay. You can hear this, like, explosions of titters and giggles from her friends, or her friends to the next of her, but she just kind of tucks, she does the hair tuck over an ear, and watches you as you walk away.
Wait, so
like she doesn't hear any other.
Can I turn back around if I hear titters and giggles?
Sure.
Oh no! Don't
Lee,
don't
you
ruin
were
it.
so
A group of girls, and
You
I just
had
go.
it. Just walk away.
No, I turn to the group of girls and I say, also, if you can't recognize the value in this wonderful human being just because they might be in a different location than you for the summer, then you should evaluate yourselves. And I keep walking. It's summer camp. I ain't gonna see these girls again.
I need
Summer
to know.
93.
Are you walking back to the Cool Dweebs group? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back towards my friends because I've got that information they want.
Okay. That's all I need to know. All right. Lee stumbles into the group after, and like most of the camp has seen this. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I feel
not
like
a
we all have our
silent
jaws.
situation.
Yeah!
Blood.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I
feel
like that might
bad.
even against the character a little bit because he fears embarrassment, but I don't know. There's too many things to track at one point. You just gotta go with things.
I feel like you can't get thrown to
well.
scouts without having that mentality anyway.
I can't be blunt while also be afraid of being embarrassed. Like,
Look
how it
at
works.
you and your scout's honor, Lee. That was very impressive.
thank you. People
I
are.
forgot to
people.
call her a bitch.
Oh, I don't.
He basically
Mandy.
said that in
You're
so
Mandy.
many words.
You said
Wait,
it.
no, Mandy.
You're not supposed to say the B word.
Oh, sorry, Mandy. Close your ears.
I
Earmuffs.
work to be more eloquent when I tell people how they are being perceived as humans by the rest of them.
Yes, he said that. He basically said that in so many words. So
I just
I'm
wanted
impressed.
to say it.
Oh, you'll
Get your
get to
chance
it. Don't worry.
someday.
You'll feel the moment.
After
Alright,
about
so-
5 minutes after Lee gets back to the group, there's the sound of hiss and water splash as the fire is extinguished and the smoke starts drifting up, and all the counselors are kind of gathered around the fire, and it's like, all right, everyone, back to your cabins. Lights out in half an hour. Chip, chop, chip. And they're sitting there, everyone who goes past, making sure like no boys are sneaking in with wigs on, or no girls have like, in disguise getting over to the boys' cabins.
bye, Minnie Pooh. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Come on, Minnie, we gotta get in our cabin.
Almost in unison from Josh and Jason, you hear, Manny Pooh, come on!
I'm gonna look back at Kira and wonder if she gave them permission to say this.
And I'll
then
look at
go back.
April. I'll look at April and go, okay, Kira Bear, let's go to our cabin.
Yeah, we'll take good care of her.
Yeah, Kira Bear. Ew.
JW,
Gross.
don't forget.
Ever call me something like that. What? Huh?
Don't forget to turn on your walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Oh.
You have a walkie-talkie with JW?
Dude, I have a
Um,
ton of walkie-talkies. Hello?
Oh yeah, you do. This is like
I have like 2
This
sets.
has
I
been
can-
weird.
I can talk.
You
to
just got jealous!
through JW.
like I are in
Look what
real
you started,
life.
Nathan!
Yeah.
Wait, does Tracy know? Tracy, do you know the secret he gave me?
Oh yeah, the secret that you had a crush on him? Or was that what it was, or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
She has.
Nathan gave the.
Well,
In
it
the
has.
now.
Or
It's just a rumor. Not all of these could or could not be true. So
I don't think that's how it works.
That's
She
right,
killed my
April's mom
dog,
being
which
dead.
means she likes it.
I didn't! Your dad ran over your dog.
You did it. You brought that into the story, so I'm bringing you like Menon. You like
Wow.
Menon.
Okay.
why did you
so
just go donkey
no-
on us?
No leave next week. I can't wait.
You like me?
That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you guys settle in
Walkie-talkie.
back at your cabin. Over at the boys' cabins. You take the half hour to go to shower, use the restroom, brush your teeth, and
Why would we shower?
you're
It's camp.
in bed.
Well,
There's still showers.
Yeah.
Did none of you go to a boys' camp? Like you shower once during
Yeah.
the week, maybe.
no, I showered
Oh.
every day at 6th grade camp.
No, we didn't have the time for
Gross.
that.
Oh.
Plus, then you walk
full.
back outside and your feet are covered in dirt anyway. You're fine.
Well, you get some
It's
slip on.
nature.
I'm learning
Yeah.
so much about
It's a-
Nathan.
Yeah, we are today.
One shower
Um,
covers you for the week.
Ew.
the
Well, you gotta
counselors
like
kind
to
of
jump
in between all of the cabins. There's a small little bonfire, a little campfire going, and all the counselors seem to be hanging out there. Every 30 to 45 minutes, someone will go by and checks each cabin, make sure you're all there, and make sure the lights are out. Same thing on the girl side. Something very similar, except there's not as many girls' cabins, so it's closer to an hour than the 45 minutes of the check-ins.
Mhm.
But let's see, what was the bunk situation? Who was on the bottom?
I had a top. April had a
I think I was
bottom.
bottom underneath
And we
her.
gave
think.
Kira, I think, a bottom as well.
Where
I
did
think
Mandy
Stacy
go?
took-
That's the question.
Mandy
I
went
think
on
Mandy
top. She was
probably took
younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the night passes relatively, or begins to pass relatively calm. It's always a little weird falling asleep the first time in a new place. You know that the things aren't the same. Like the wind doesn't move right. It takes a little while to get comfortable. And as you were just about to fall asleep, JW, you hear from behind the cabin what sounds like a very guttural growls and crunching and slurping. Kind of just
Hey, let's change.
loose change. Kira gets some loose change.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks for the
giving money
change.
to the rich girl.
Yeah.
You're a rich
Is anyone else
so-
awake, or is it just me?
You're not even awake. It's just the kind of the last thing you hear before you drift off. It's not enough to jolt you out of bed, but it's just enough there. And in the, you know what, we'll deal with the morning after. We'll take a little break, and then we'll get into the next day.
Mm.
And we'll see.
Okay, break time.
We're gonna take a break. I think it's 8 minutes. I'm unsure. I didn't program it, but we'll see. But we'll be back very soon for more Owl Creek Ridge. Stay with us.
BRB.
and-
BRB.
Exactly.
BRB.
Gather your crew and prepare to embark on the journey of a lifetime as you explore the packed worlds of the Starfinder universe, taking on the role of a science fantasy hero customized to fit your playstyle. But danger lurks amongst the stars. Will you fight back with advanced weaponry and cunning tactics? Or will your hero wield the devastating forces that fuse magic and technology together to alter reality? Your crew must come together if you have any hope of victory. In Starfinder, every decision drives the adventure as you build an epic saga with your friends. Bring your story to life in a game where the fate of the worlds rests on the answer to the most important question of all. What do you do? Begin your journey into the Starfinder universe today with the Starfinder Beginner Box, now available at Paizo.com, your local gaming store, and anywhere else adventure can be found. Inappropriate sound is inappropriate. Don't let the action suffer from a lack of atmosphere. Let Sirenscape set the tone and bring your game to life. See? That's better. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app and make it the year of atmosphere at your table. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
All right. Where is he?
Add the Sirenscape Online Player to your virtual tabletop sessions for immersive sounds and epic music broadcast to your players in real time with seamless quality. The Online Player bridges any distance to bring your gaming group together. Get the Sirenscape Online Player today at Sirenscape.com.
Hey, Eric? You okay?
Sure.
Aren't you excited to roll dice tonight on Dragons and Things?
I guess.
Come on, what's wrong?
It's just... I can't stop rolling twos. It's my curse. Every time I get a new set of dice, after a few rolls, they're ruined. How am I supposed to smash my enemies and destroy all that stand against me if I keep getting curses all over my dice?
Why don't you just get some more dice?
What? Get in my car? Go out into public? Interact with a stranger in an economic transaction? That would never work. Just wish there was some service out there where I could create an account, pay some money, And a company would send me lots and lots of dice every month, and I wouldn't have to do anything at all.
Have you heard of Tabletop Loot?
Yeah, they deliver amazing dice and gaming accessories. But what if I got a new set of dice and my curse just ruined them?
No, it's perfect. You just need to sign up for their monthly loot box.
Monthly loot box?
Yeah, you get at least 3 sets of dice every month, plus a few surprises. Once you create your account, you're set. It's only $20 a month.
That sounds like it might just work. I can get 3 sets of dice, I roll one until it gets infected by my bad luck, and then I switch to a new set. But what if I break my curse and I don't need dice as often?
Easy, just change your subscription from quarterly to biannually.
Awesome. I'm gonna head over to Tabletop Loot right after this and sign up.
Oh,
Well, can I use your dice tonight?
oh no. You're cursed.
Sign up today at tabletoploot.com to get your monthly loot box. And make sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday night on Twitch.
Welcome back to Owl Creek Ridge. Well, not actually Owl Creek Ridge, Camp Mugapea. Just an hour and a half north of Owl Creek Ridge. But we're back. We just had a break. I see Crossbear18 is in chat.
Hi, Kyle.
Dropping the hi, Joed. He really wants to be the secret boyfriend, I think, but we all know that Lucas is April's secret boyfriend.
Yeah,
secret boyfriend. My second boyfriend.
You know what? Let's we didn't really take a moment in the top half. Let's check in with our viewers and see what's up. Let's read comments.
Scott a little bit earlier. Yeah, Scott a little bit earlier said I need to watch out for Lee because he's making moves on Kira.
I mean,
Nah, he was making moves on Stacy or whatever.
He was making moves on
Leave it
everyone.
alone.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised myself.
Thank you, Sarah BC.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah!
It's not my fault if anyone's wildly attracted to my boldness and bluntness.
Oh my goodness.
Crossbearer earlier on said, Scott! And also, Penguin! So,
Did Menon get the pyro trait since spring break? Referring to the comment where you're like, I'm gonna burn his car.
You mean the multiple comments about building bombs?
I burnt down. Yeah, I burnt down the whole building.
That's true. Yeah.
Do stuff. Lucas Martinez wants us to put drying cement in his gas tank.
Oh.
That's not a bad idea.
Such a prank.
And then Nathan sang banana in the tailpipe. Banana in the
never heard of banana in the
tailpipe!
tailpipe?
Sounds like a song.
The Beverly Hills Cop.
It's true. True. Judd Rydell. Yeah. So we have a couple resubs to go over here. Dual Stone Rage resubbed. Nessie
29 months.
Penguin Witch Doctor resubbed.
Thank
Scott
you.
Denuso resubbed. And McCranky
Yeah.
Stank resubbed.
Thank you.
And if you missed it from earlier,
sorry,
we had bit bombs come in from Luna Steel Song, Army Woman, and Sarah BC1. Sarah BC1 gave hers to JW.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I miss you, Sarah.
Luna and
Nice to
Army
see you.
gave it to
Menon.
Menon. To get some re-rolls.
Nice.
And finally, Sarah BC1's gifting some subs out.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Nessie of the
Is it
Lake Called
minutes?
Ness says, zombies are easy, suits? Nah. I like that, sorry.
I don't think we should ever let James and Lucas be in the same room. Menon is going to put one of the fallen tree branches in the rich guy's gas tank and set it on fire.
Oh my god.
Just-
It
your
would be
ideas are too-
ironic.
I didn't.
Whoa!
I didn't even
Whoa!
Thank you.
Explosion!
Penguin witch
Thank you,
doctor dropping.
Who gets that? Who gets that re-roll? Penguin. Thank you for gifting subs. All
Yeah.
right. Should we get back into it? What do you guys think?
Yes. Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
do it.
It is. The sun rises, and dawn comes to Mugapea. Everyone is slow to rise and groggy. Usually how you are when you wake up and you're camping. It's very early. It's earlier than you're normally used to getting up
Gross.
to. Little Mandy is already on her feet, just kind of stir crazy. She's cleaned up her bed. She's made it. And she's ready for the day. You guys know that today, first thing, is for Cabin 8 girls and Cabin 3 boys, because it's convenient for me. The first thing on your agenda is canoes. So morning canoeing. Mountain, probably cold. A little cold. But, still pretty,
Oh,
pretty
come on. I'm all for all the sports.
I thought we got to
Grown.
choose like doing not sports.
I'm with you, April.
This is like the first. This is like the first grouping of things where you're going to get a little sample of all the things and then get to pick out what you want to do later. Breakfast is
Can I
first.
just
You guys have
say
about
Tracy putting on lipstick as this is all happening is just so Kira. Also, she's just like, we gotta go canoeing.
Yeah, and she is.
Oh my
Scott!
Hey,
Scott!
Bit bomb. Who's getting it? Or subsplosion?
What were we gonna say, Diana? You were just saying.
Actually, an important thing. We didn't have the interaction between Kira and Stacy, because I would love to see that.
Yeah,
Like, wake up.
Not yet.
Is she in there? Is Stacy in
I
there?
was just getting to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You
Unless he bitches
guys have
it.
about a half hour before breakfast time. You have about a half hour of getting ready before you gotta be at the mess hall to eat.
Only half hour. Okay.
Oh my gosh, get your makeup on, girl.
Stacy actually walks up to April as soon as she's kind of out of bed. And
Good morning.
it's just like she invites herself to sit down on April's bed.
Oh, creepy.
And,
Nope.
Like,
nope.
Who is that weird kid you were with yesterday?
Oh, well, I'm assuming you mean Minin?
More specific.
I don't know, the one
do
with
you
the
mean the one that
glasses, he was
talked
like-
to you guys?
Yeah, the one with the glasses, that kid. What's his
that's
like deal?
That's Lee. He's a little blunt sometimes. He really likes the outdoors. He's like a scout. And he's our new friend. What's your deal? I mean, if you want to like share.
Boosh.
Sarah.
Boosh.
Whoa!
Your beastie
Sarah,
one dropping it.
coming back with the sub.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah
Also,
BC,
Scott
hold on.
Denuzzo gave
Hold him for-
the subsplosion to April.
To
Nice.
April's
Her
boyfriend.
secret boyfriend, Lucas.
April's secret
Yeah.
boyfriend, actually.
I have to distribute
Yeah, well,
it
just-
evenly among the boyfriends.
She gets up to and stands by the door. She's like, well, just like tell that guy. And then she like looks at each of you and finally drops eyes on Kira and goes, you know. And then he turns and she turns and walks out the door and up towards the cabin where her friends are.
Wait, what did she say? What did she say? I missed it.
Wow,
She's like,
I
"Tell
didn't
that
know we
guy."
had all these
You know.
ladies men in our
Okay.
friend
You
group.
know.
Apparently, we
Wait.
attract these guys.
Wait, was she being a real like beat, or was she actually being like, I'm interested in Lee.
I mean, she wasn't being
that's-
particularly nice to me.
Yeah, give me a charm or a brains opposed.
Yeah, because I want to know if that was
Just say
like
DC 7 to tell me if it's to get her true
awesome.
intent.
16 for my charm roll.
Oh yeah. She seemed to be 100% genuine to you.
Oh my god, it gave me a heart.
Damn it! Now Nathan has to come back! Now Nathan has to come back, damn it. I'm just joking.
Yeah, sorry, Nathan, you're not leaving.
Oh my
He's going
god,
to see us.
totally-
See this out.
April, she's totally crushing on Lee.
Yeah, I guess, summer is the time for romance. That's
why
what
am I
they
always
say.
the one that's left out?
I mean, who knows? We haven't even met like half of the other campers. I mean,
It's true.
you know.
I'm sure
So
there's some
you're the
cute
only one
guys
that went
I
on a
can't-
real date.
That's true. I was the only one who went on a real date. Yeah, but they're gross. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Oh my god, do we tell Lee? Do we tell Lee?
I guess. Wait, are they?
Yes.
They're not the. Are they the
Kira's
guys'
like-
cabin who we're gonna be going canoeing with, or is it a different cabin?
Yeah, it's their cabin. They're,
Okay,
I've
cool.
lined it up that
Oh.
way. I spoke to the
Totally
organizer.
to tell him.
Okay,
Well,
we'll tell him.
I mean, I'm not gonna withhold that information from him. I think we should tell him, and then he can do whatever he wants with that info.
Oh my god, Nathan and Sharon are gonna flirt.
Maybe she'll get a little nicer when if she's like got a crush on
That's-
one of our friends.
That's the very reason why Jared's gonna kick me off after this show. Is like, no, I cannot flirt with Nathan on a regular basis.
Listen,
like,
we've
I know
all
this is-
done it, Nathan.
I know this
Okay.
is all make believe, but I'm so immersed in this. Like this hot gossip, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I know this gossip.
No, you don't.
I don't
It's
know
only
that I
James
would
that
do to
knows.
say hot gossip.
No, James.
hot gossip.
James knows the hot gossip.
Yeah,
But,
you'll know it soon, but not yet.
It's just because I had a bunch of older sisters and like getting to find out the gossip. It's amazing.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
So,
Find out more
Mandy,
gossip.
what got you up so early? You're like ready to go.
Oh, I wanted to. I heard some like clomping around last night out back of the cabin. I wanted to go check it out before breakfast, but
Oh
I'm
my
kind of
god,
scared to
you
go by
heard it
myself.
too? I heard something weird too last night.
Oh,
Yeah, what was
it? Must
it?
have just been animals, right? I mean, we're in nature.
Was it a bear that one kid was gonna fight?
Let's
Yeah,
go
maybe
check it out.
maybe the bear had the wrong cabin or something.
I'm gonna run out the front door and down the stairs and start looking around the cabin.
You run out down the stairs and kind of around the back side of it, and it's forest just behind the cabin. But around the back of the cabin, about 15 yards from where your window would be, on the ground you find a bunch of apple cores, like 7 apple cores. And like there's this slight claw marks in the ground, like it was rutted through.
Oh, maybe it's some raccoon. Is Mandy with me?
Yeah.
I think it's a raccoon. I mean, they probably got into some like apple barrel and started eating all of this. Because look at the
She
claw
like
marks there.
she like looks at you and takes her hand like super slow and puts it down on top of one of the claw marks, and the claw is like 3 times the width of her hand. Now she's 11, so her hand's not huge, but
I'm gonna take my hand and measure it.
it's about 1.5 times yours, 2 times yours.
What animal is that? That's not a raccoon.
I mean, bears will eat anything, right? Wait, did you say smaller or
Oh.
bigger? The size
Bigger.
right?
It'd be bigger.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they have those like things that they lock the food up in and stuff. Right? Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it
Maybe
couldn't be
was
anything
just-
else.
Yeah, I guess it could be bears. We should probably ask counselors, see if there's a lot of bears in the area, because it's kind of dangerous if we're sleeping and they end up coming in. Don't tell Kira, she'll freak out.
Tell
feel
me
like
what?
she's just at the cabin.
Yeah, actually.
We'll wake up.
she's like, she's heading out now as you guys are finishing out your conversation. Tell me what? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just think it's a
Are we
bunch of
ready to go?
raccoons. Got into the
That
trash.
bear that guy was gonna fight into the wrong cabin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
That's probably
Bear's
it.
such
Well-
a dick.
Did she just say dick?
Yeah, she did.
Mandy.
Oh, is that another word?
Was that Mandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Mandy?
the 11-year-old.
Mandy. We're gonna get in trouble if we start using these words around people.
I told you, I know them all.
Do your parents teach you those things?
We believe you. You don't need to prove it, though.
But it's grown up
'cause
speaking.
you know
You
'em
guys are
doesn't
grown up,
mean-
and I want to be long.
Well, we're not grown-ups
You don't need to
yet.
prove yourself to us with your foul language. You don't speak that.
What should I say instead?
Say dweeb.
A jerk?
That's what I say.
Dork, dummy.
Yeah.
What other D words are there?
Basically
Nope, not that
anything
one.
that starts with a D. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not
Got it.
like
Dork?
anything. No.
Dork.
Dingus.
Got it.
Dingus.
Dingus. Dong. Got it.
No.
Donkey dingus.
Okay, I'm going to breakfast.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
I guess we should
okay.
too, right?
It's like,
I'm sure
Jesus,
Kira's
like, go on.
hungry.
Yes,
Kira had
please.
Skittles.
I am
Kira had
going.
Skittles for dinner.
I'm going to die out here.
Let us warn you, you
Wait.
might not like the food of the cafeteria a lot better than Skittles.
You guys head off to the mess hall. Over at the boys' cabin, you guys wake up bright and early. Menon, you were top bunk, right?
Yeah.
I think we both
Yes, I
were.
was. Yeah, we were. We were
You-
right across from each other.
That's
You
cute.
wake up, Menon. The moment you open your eyes and kind of turn to the left, you see two faces just right in your face, and you go like in unison. Manny Poo, time to get up.
Oh.
It's Joshua and Jason, and they're laughing. They like their joke.
Yeah, great joke, guys. I loved it the 52nd time you did it last night.
It's never getting old, dude. It's great.
No, yeah, it's really something. Yeah.
Menon,
Like,
I'm
yeah,
your
we know.
friend.
Yes, Lee?
I was gonna say, Menon, I'm your friend, but it is funny.
Thank you, Lee. That's what I really needed right when I wake up.
Do you guys have anything you're doing before breakfast?
No,
Got
because
about
we
a
didn't
half
really
shower.
get any. Oh my god, we didn't get any information that the girls have. So like,
Right.
he doesn't. Yeah, so he'd just be
I think
ready to go to the.
I'm just telling Menon about like, yeah. So usually there are like a few options for breakfast. One day you're gonna get pancakes with like bacon and eggs. We want to get there early every day though, because there's one day where it's French toast sticks, and those things go fast.
Oh, super. Yep. I figured. Okay. Well, what are we waiting here for?
Okay.
That's when
You guys-
there's
you guys
Brad.
Brad's with you. He's like, let's go
Yep,
get.
but he's the last one there.
boys." You guys run over to the mess hall, and you get there just about the same time the girls do. And oddly enough, it's like now you have your table. Like, no one is sitting at the table that you guys were at before.
Nice.
Everyone seems to be roughly in the same spot. So,
Excellent.
they seem to adhere to the table, lunchroom table situation. Today is just it's pancakes and eggs. Nothing fancy.
Still a good day.
Then you move through pretty quickly, and soon enough, you're all sitting at the table with JW, and Menon, and April, Kira, and Lee, and Mandy. You're all just seated at the table with your breath. Now you can share information if you want.
I love that Mandy's part of the table group.
Hey, so, Lee, you remember yesterday when you kind of went on that little blunt tear at the campfire?
Oh, yeah, me and my truth bombs and readjusting of people's attitudes? Yes.
Oh, you
So
got
apparently
names for
you
it.
readjusted someone because someone has a crush on you.
Yeah.
Lee. Good work.
Stacy, the one who is, kind of on her own and is in our cabin, she definitely liked something about that.
Really?
Can we see
Okay,
Stacy?
Lee.
Where is she from
Breathe.
where we are? Because I would try and see where she is.
Lee, you have to play this cool.
No,
You can't mess this up.
Brad!
I've seen you for a day, and I can already look. She's like one of those people who wants to be cool, but clearly she was really taken aback by your willing to stand up to those other girls. So, you have some. You just gotta keep doing that. Just be honest. Just don't say anything about her appearance or anything, but be honest in a nice way.
Don't tell her when she looks nice?
Do tell her when she looks nice, but don't tell her if she doesn't look nice.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, I'm
So
13,
what if
I'm
it's
not dumb.
embarrassing? What if you
Oh,
don't
I
wanna
learned
go
that
out
the
there-
hard way.
Oh no.
So, if she asks you what you think about her hair or her outfit, you always say it looks nice. Even, I know you're a very honest boy, salute.
That's true.
Just don't say that it doesn't look nice. That's all you need to know.
I'll tell her if she
Okay,
doesn't
my
look
job's
nice.
done. Yes, that's up to us, the girls.
She likes me?
Yeah.
Well,
she
she's
has a
interested. At least. We can go forward from there.
We could either send her a note and saying do you like me? Circle yes or no. Or we could just go up and just tell her, so Lee has a crush on you too. We can totally set you two up.
Oh yeah.
What if I make her a heart-shaped shrinky dink?
Hey,
What's a
it's
shrinky
okay.
They said that we couldn't use the oven,
No, we
didn't
can't
they?
use the oven, buddy.
We
Use
can't,
that.
but I was assuming that meant that we could still do the art at the craft station and then they would put it in the oven.
Hey, it's okay. You don't gotta be. Just breathe. We're all here
Just-
What's
for
a shrinky
I
you.
only know how to say feelings through shrinky dinks.
I don't know. What
Okay.
shrinky
little-
is.
Those clear things you draw and then you put them in the oven and then they shrink and harden and you could put them on a necklace string or I don't know what else you do.
That's a
with.
cute idea, actually. I kind of like that.
Yeah, like a
Jewelry is
keychain or
always a
something.
plus. Yes.
See?
It's true.
And instead
Menon,
write that
I
down.
need to break into the oven.
What?
Break into the
I
oven.
found your work. You have to break into the oven for this girl who likes me.
Lee, I have never felt closer to you than this moment.
Hey.
Just
Don't
so
forget
you
about
are
me.
aware, Just so
JW,
everyone's
you're coming
aware.
with us.
Yeah.
there is
Oh,
an adult queued for later when there's a situation.
Oh, thank you for the
And
adult.
you now have an I've got that token for the group
Aw,
from
thank you.
Sarah BC1.
Thank you. Sarah, thank you.
There is
Yeah,
about 30 minutes left in the breakfast period, and then cabins, the 4 cabins that are getting the canoe experience this morning are supposed to meet down at the docks. So you guys got about a half hour to share things and eat. So just be aware.
Menon is going to take out that bag of Skittles he bought yesterday and slide it to Kira. I know this is what she wants.
Nanny Poo, that is so sweet. This
JW's gonna snatch him. JW's gonna snatch him.
JW, look, we can share. You can have all of the green ones because green is my least favorite color.
Okay. And she just poured them all out on the plate.
Oh, just give me the red and yellow. Those are my favorites.
Alright, here you go. And she just shoves the plate over. Oh, guys, on a serious note, we have like a bear problem.
Huh?
We gotta be careful, there's bears.
Bears?
I was afraid of this.
Wait, you saw a bear? Where?
See it, but
How
Nancy
big?
and I
Did it
heard
look fightable?
No, hold on.
Don't fight a bear.
Told you he was gonna fight a bear.
Trust me on this. Do not fight the bear.
I just wanted to know if the bear looked like it was fightable.
The only fightable bear is a tiny little cub. But if the tiny little cub is there, then the mama bear's gonna be there. And then, well, I'm not saying you should fight a baby bear. I'm saying it's the only one that a human would be able to overpower.
Okay, I'm sorry. JW, continue.
Can I finish?
Yes.
Are you boys done?
Are you gonna fight a bear?
Shush! There was a giant footprint and a whole bunch of apples, like apple cores, behind our cabin. So I think it's I'm just saying we have to be careful, watch out for each other. There might be bears. And break.
Okay.
Skittle.
Wait, no. What did you find like around the bear? Like, how'd you know it was a bear if you didn't see it?
Maybe it was a cheap squatch or whatever the heck he said. Was that what it was? What was it?
That was one of them, yeah.
That's the only one I can remember.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, the squonk, the Gilwaggle, Trotterhead, the Grafton Monster, Mothman, and Sheep Squatch.
See, it's too fast. This is not April's thing. She doesn't care enough.
Yeah, there's a giant paw print, like giant claw mark. It's like
so we just figured a bear.
Like this
because
big.
it was too big to be a raccoon.
Okay.
That's all you found was a hand. It was a paw print.
Yeah, was it eating anything?
It was like a claw mark. Yeah, I just told you it was eating apples.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Jared. Wait. Well, I'm gonna ask this question first, and then I'll ask you if I know these things. How many claws did it have?
I'm gonna let me check. AW, it had 5 like clear claws.
5
claws.
Clear claws.
Okay, well that seems bear-like. Would I think that a bear would just like eat
apples?
A bunch of apples? Well, now were like the
Wouldn't it
apple
just eat the
cores
whole
left
apple?
behind? Yeah, the bear would eat the
whole apple.
An animal would just eat the whole apple. An animal has no idea that, like, stop at the core of an apple.
Okay, Boy Scout. Well, then good thing we have you on board.
Was that an insult or just a clarification of what I do with my spare time?
It's just me
You know
being
what?
evil.
I've never. I don't know.
So not
This is interesting. I think we have a lead.
So a bear man. Man bear.
A man bear.
Bear man.
Werebear. Werewolves!
Like Lord of the Rings?
Werewolves! What if we have werewolves here?
Werewolves aren't real.
Wait.
Well,
why would a
aliens
werewolf
weren't
be
real.
eating an apple except for the core?
Yeah, that's what I wonder. Yeah, that's what I wonder.
Vegetarian werewolf.
What if it's a vegan werewolf? No, vegans don't exist in 93.
I mean, it wasn't like a well-known.
It's not possible to be vegan in 93. Sorry.
Maybe it's
Okay, I'm
just
just
nothing.
saying-
Maybe it's a kid who ate a bunch of apples and left them there, and there happen to also be footprints.
Kira has a point. No, but then why would it be weird claw marks? Okay, you know what? After we go canoeing, and if we have time to go back to the cabins, I'll show you guys.
Okay. And then we should also ask Brad if there's any creatures in folklore of the area.
Brad gave you a...
Apple.
Yeah, one of
Didn't
his
we
weird
just-
creatures.
Yes.
That is weird.
Okay, you guys wrap up breakfast, and the bell chimes, and it's like, okay, you know, a counselor you haven't met. It's like, okay, cabins 2 or 1 and 2, 1, 2, 6, 7. Go over to the art cabin. 3, 4, 8, 9. Come with me down. We're gonna go down to the canoes.
Yes.
5 and 10 go over to the stables.
Wait, Lee, what cabin are we in?
A canoe one.
Okay, that rounds it down to 4 or 2. Yes.
We're in 8.
Better not be an 8.
That's
No,
a
you
girl
guys
cabin.
are
I think
3.
we're
We're
in
8.
4.
You guys
We're
are
in
3.
Okay.
I
So yeah, it was
there.
3, 4, 8, 9.
I have my sticky note.
Okay.
So you head down to the docks. And the docks are it's more of a small boathouse with a gradual launching point into Mugapea Creek. Mugapea Creek is relatively fast moving, but it's not terribly deep. But it is pretty wide for a creek, actually.
So we do have a lake here.
Well, you got
Oh, great.
a big ass
You're
creek.
saying we didn't have a lake. And
Well, it's
Wait,
not
we don't have to go in
water.
our own canoes, do we? Like, I don't have
Do
to
we
go-
share
come
with
up.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
I think
gonna,
it's
you're gonna
only
get
like 2 per.
Guess I'm thinking of kayaks.
you're gonna get
Three
about
per canoe?
4 people in each canoe.
Okay.
Oh, this is we're gonna have to do a 3-3 split then. Me, Kira, and JW, April, Lee, and Mandy.
makes me a third
Yeah,
wheel.
I'll take the scout. He must be
I-
able to roll.
I mean, it's fine. We could switch off for Mandy or Lee, JW. I don't want to.
I'll
shoot
be
us down.
honest,
No,
with
it's
me,
okay.
you'll be at a disadvantage. So...
Yeah, that's why I'm in the other
what?
one.
Let that end.
I'm gonna whisper to Menet. Remember, she weighs a lot more, so we're gonna do a lot more work.
I didn't calculate for that.
Just bringing back memories from
Um,
the.
Yeah.
previous season.
Yeah.
Lee looks around because Stacy would be in your cabin, and he just goes, "Stacy, you can ride with us if you want."
Oh yeah.
Oh
Friends
damn!
might not even be there.
Oh damn!
There's that boldness again.
Yeah.
So Mandy is like, I wouldn't go with April.
Oh.
Okay, go with April.
Wait, who else? Yeah, then we have 4, right?
Yeah, then we'll have 4 in ours if Stacy joins us.
Right. Okay, come on then. You can
So
come with us.
so it's just so I have it. It's Stacy, Mandy,
Stacy, Mandy, April,
and Lee.
Yeah.
It's Lee and 3 ladies.
And
It's probably gonna be Minin and 3 ladies too.
so it's Kira,
Yeah,
JW, Menon.
Oh, we need one more.
Put Josh in there, or
Yeah, you could do your
Yeah.
own, or you could take Josh or Jason, but not
Jason,
both.
Josh.
You can't split up the J's.
Yeah, they don't really want to split up.
Then
Who else is there?
That's
I mean,
it.
there's background atmosphere actors. That we could put a random person in there.
Just point at someone.
Can I see if I can find like the strongest person and ask them to join us?
I'm right here.
Yeah. I mean, there's.
I'm gonna find some like big guy or something. Like
there's a couple that look relatively athletic.
JW, is Kira checking for the strongest guy?
Oh yeah, she's totally.
And then
checking out
could
other
I?
guys.
Could I bribe him, since I have a little extra loose change, to join our kayak and do extra work hauling the kayak so that I don't have to? So because I assume they may or may not want to join us. But if I, throw a little money in there, like $10,
Give me a charm roll.
Oh my goodness.
Let's call it.
Kira's efficient. Okay.
DC 8 plus because you're paying him.
Think of it this way, Diana.
Yeah.
Oh. She didn't offer you up as like, would you like to come on a double date?
Menon did that last season.
Yep.
I didn't have money like someone.
Okay, well, thankfully, my charm is a D20, so I rolled a 15.
Oh.
Okay.
We're gonna have to fight this muscular dude.
Excuse me, will you be on my boat?
There's a
JW. What? She just
the guys
I'm
there is
telling you,
like
she's hitting on other guys. You gotta watch her.
you find a guy, and you're like, I'll pay you $10, and he's like, all right, let me see the $10. I'll do it though.
I pull out like my little coach wallet or whatever.
Oh.
No, I have like a fancy wallet, and I pull out a $10 bill and I hand it to him.
Oh my god.
He goes, cool, and he passes the oar that he was gonna get in the other canoe with someone else. He's like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go with this girl. He gives a thumbs up.
Madden, you gotta keep her in check.
He's like, I'm Charlie. They just call me Rudd though. But
Rudd or Rug?
Rudd. R-U-D-D.
Rudd.
All
Yeah.
right.
Rudd. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're right over there with that with those two.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
JW and that's Menon. Guys, this is Rudd. He's gonna be helping us win this canoe competition. I don't even know if it's a competition.
It's like really just intro to canoeing.
Oh my god, we're in a competition.
It's just don't fall out of the boat.
It's like Menon, was it?
Rudd.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Puts his
Good. I'm
hand
glad you met. I'm glad you met my girlfriend and my very serious girlfriend, Kira. Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, we're dating. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very serious.
Oh.
Okay.
So Rudd is
here to row
going
a canoe
to.
for money.
Yeah, he's gonna help row the canoe.
Okay. Well, welcome aboard, buddy.
He's like, here, let me get in the canoe, and he like gets he grabs like the seat and starts walking it toward the launcher. He gets in, and as he gets in, he does a flex and shows off he's swole.
Yeah.
He's like,
See,
so
look,
Menon. He goes, so Menon, you play any sports? I'm the captain of the rugby team.
I play sports.
Yeah,
play
What do you play? Do you play rugby?
No, that's usually a guy sport.
I mean, it
but
doesn't
she's
have
real
to be.
tough.
Maybe
Like she beats me up all the time.
Rudd can teach you how to play rugby.
Oh, that'd be cool. I want to learn something new. Wait,
Yeah, we
I
can
just
go.
gotta look at Kira like, are you setting me up?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if you think he's cute, I don't know if you're into.
He's like way older than me. It's gross.
He's like a year older, maybe.
Yeah, but back then it was gross. When you're younger, it's gross.
You forget though, Kira was dating a 16-year-old.
I was.
Wow.
Kira's also a year older.
It's true.
13 is like closer to 12, so she's still kind of like
I'm
immature.
very mature for my age.
Oh boy. Okay. In the canoe we go.
He's like, I've canoed before. It's not super hard. You just gotta work it like this. And he just like flexes real hard.
Okay.
Staring at
If
Menon.
I give you an extra $10, can you stop flexing? Just for the rest of the canoe ride.
I think it's kind of cool. He's got big muscles.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't like. He looks at you and goes, "Can you ask a butterfly not to be beautiful, bro?" No, it just is.
Where's there a butterfly?
Rudd, you're so
way
deep.
Talking about
deeper than I
Kira.
thought would ever come out of your.
Yeah.
Please teach me your ways. Make me strong.
Meanwhile, this whole time, the like instructor has been going over like how to secure your life vest, what to do if you end up in a current, how to get.
I
out
picture
of the
none of
boat.
us have life vests.
Oh, no, I have a life vest.
Life beds are for dorks.
Everyone
I'm also
but we
like
got
trying
it.
to hand them
Pretty
to
sure
everyone.
they
like,
would-
guys.
They would probably require them.
Yeah, no
That's
one gets in
true,
without a
that's
life
true.
vest.
Okay, I put my life vest on. I'm gonna snap
And
it.
you basically all have missed how to like uncapsize a canoe,
Right.
Oh.
but it's okay.
I'm sure we'll
yeah,
find.
it's
I'm sure that's
I mean,
never
yeah.
gonna come out.
Lee'll know.
Lee
That's
has
why I
done
brought
it
Lee.
before. Just hope your canoes don't get separated on the mighty river or the mighty creek.
Excuse me, teacher.
It's counselor.
Sorry, counselor.
What's up, man?
He's a lawyer?
I don't know why
Is
everyone
there-
has this voice.
Do you have a second canoe that was used for like maybe babies that could be latched on to a bigger canoe that a single rider could sit in it and I might be able to use?
Like
Are
an
you
outrigger? No,
Part.
like an outrigging boat.
Okay, the best example is I had the Kira mobile. It was attached to my bike. It was like a little seat, so I want to make the Kira canoe, and so it's gonna be like a little canoe attached to the big canoe.
I mean, we just got these canoes. He points. They're all
Okay,
like they're all
no.
these just like green fiberglass canoes.
I think
They're
what you're
all, like,
looking for is just a single person
15
kayak.
feet long.
No, because I want something smaller. I want no, it's fine. I'll just
But kayak
make it
is
myself
small.
later. Yeah, but it's not. It's unimportant.
He goes, "All right, well, it's your turn to launch. So I'm going to launch you in, and pull up by that rock there and wait for the rest of us." And he just points like 10 yards away, where there's a couple other canoes already stacked. The counselor kind of puts his foot on your boat and pushes you out into the water. And there's like the bloop where it settles, and the water comes a lot higher than you feel like it should. Just that's how canoes kind of are sometimes.
Kira.
Or Muscles McGee.
No.
Got mass to him.
The counselor Steve calls from the sideline. He's like, "All right, guys, now you got to use the paddles."
We left him on. We left him by your feet.
I have one.
I'm just kidding.
Buffy has one.
A lightsaber?
Kira holds them.
After about 10 minutes,
Oh,
all
it's
of
only
all 8 of the canoes are launched, and Steve is like, "All right," and he jumps in a kayak.
Oh.
They did have a kayak!
Well, he had a kayak, yeah. He's the canoe
Single
guy.
kayak.
He comes out, he paddles out. He's like, "All right, we're gonna go down about 2 miles, and then there's a nice soft
2
beach
miles.
landing.
2 miles.
And then we'll take the
Wow.
bus back. Yeah, it'll be
Not
great."
that far in a canoe.
Take the prospect.
Yeah.
Why can't we just canoe back up the stream?
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, you
up
can
the
canoe
street.
against current. That's fine. I don't have that
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of time.
No way. No thanks. Well, we've got Buff Dude on our canoe.
Exactly.
Right.
He's getting paid by
Rudd.
the hour.
Red.
It's like, all right, everyone, let's go canoeing. And you start kind of just it's really there's not a lot of paddling. It's more just kind of lazy floating. In a
I just
boat
picture. I picture our canoe is the only one where like go.
Except for Kira, who's like laying there with the
Kira's
sun,
lounging.
and then like occasionally like batting off a bug.
Yeah, once again, looking at her,
Lee,
fixing her makeup.
Lee is like leading his canoe of like, all right, everyone, let's stay in sync with each other. That's crucial. All right, if I say left, then we all put our paddles on the left. All right, if I say right, it's all right. Otherwise, we have right and then left and then right and then like it's very much like this is an organized thing. This is how you canoe.
What's going on with him and Stephanie though? Or
Her name is Stacy.
Stacy.
One girl at a time.
Yeah, Mandy's like, I would rather just float in a tube. Canoes are dumb.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I will compensate for your lack of interest.
I am still doing nothing. I'm just not very strong.
Mandy looks back at April and is like, look what I figured out. And she starts rocking back and forth. The canoe goes
No.
Oh no.
Stop.
I'm gonna I'm
Mandy.
gonna like stop paddling and like grab her and be like, no, listen. I have the capability to be strong, but I don't want to have to do that. Not today.
No, but it's fun because the water almost goes in there, but it doesn't go in there.
You're gonna go in the water if you keep doing that. And I'm talking about by me, not by the boat.
I want the real me today. She picks up her paddle again.
I'm just waiting for arts and craft day, okay?
You guys you see the first couple canoes kind of pull off into the sandy shore. And let's see here. I need one representative from each canoe, just one,
Late.
to roll a d20 and tell me who gets the low number.
Oh.
Who gets the low number?
Yeah, this is just so I can differentiate.
Yeah, go for it.
You do it. Roll a d20, JW.
I think I want to use a reroll because I've got him.
Do it.
He's gonna use a reroll.
Oh no.
I'm use another.
I hope it's
I'm just gonna use another reroll because I've got him.
Oh my god. Roll even lower.
19.
Oh,
okay.
Hey.
Damn it! Do I have to use a reroll? I rolled a 15.
I mean, if you don't want to roll
We
the
don't-
low,
Is this
you don't even
competition?
know what it's
What
for.
is this? Okay, I'll keep it.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe we're gonna get tipped over first because of our.
Okay, mine is a 15. I'll stay
Okay.
15.
Okay.
I rolled a 5 and then a 4. That's why I needed that third roll.
Stacy, Mandy, April, and Lee. You guys are next to kind of pull up onto the the sandy shore, and you paddle over.
Okay.
And Steve is there to reach in and grab the tip of your canoe and kind of pulls it up onto the beach. Then he looks up at Kira, JW, Menon, and Rudd, and he's like, "No, you guys, get out of the middle. The current's too strong there." And sure enough, you look back and you see Rudd is like using his big ass rugby muscles to pull.
Oh
and
shoot!
He's like, "I don't know, we're caught or something." And you can see the back starts to spin.
Oh,
now you're like
crap.
parallel.
Crap!
Jared!
Crap!
Jared!
We're gonna die!
Jared!
What, Nathan? What?
How far are they?
From you? From the shore, about 20 yards.
Sorry, Matt.
We only use freedom units here. Freedom
I don't know
units.
Can I pull from my pack my length of rope, run out into the waterways, and throw it to him?
You have a rope?
Sure.
Is your
I'm a rope
60?
man.
He is a rope man.
That's why I ran out into the water.
I thought you had a stand collection.
What do you give me? Give me a brains roll.
Or slinky.
Oh, heroic.
Brains roll. Yes, thank you. Oh crap! I just used up all my rerolls.
Wait,
no.
you should use your slinky powers.
No! Wait,
What
what
did
do
you
we
get?
have? What do we have?
What did
Do
you
adversity
get?
You don't
tokens?
have anything.
You don't have anything, and there's none in the group.
You don't have anything.
I will give you all my money.
The group says we have got that. Whatever. Think of something else you have.
But
Oh,
you
that's the
still would
thing.
have to do
No,
the
but
throw.
it's not for the roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have used your rerolls on something
You
instant.
rolled a 1?
Hey.
I
Listen,
didn't
somebody
know
had to
what it
roll
was
away.
for, James.
Okay,
I'm
so you're
still
like-
safe,
you're like-
though.
You guys see Lee jump into action. There's a particular shine in Stacy's eye. He jumps, he grabs his rope out of his pack, he starts twirling, and he hucks it out into the middle of the
Lands
creek.
right there.
And Rudd, seeing it come in, drops the paddle, which goes into the water and starts drifting
What
downstream.
an
And
idiot.
he catches the rope.
Oh,
But
God.
as he grabs the rope, he loses his balance and tumbles over, splash into the water.
Do we all? Or
No,
just him?
there's an immense rock of your boat.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
And it
whoa.
continues to tilt, and now you're facing upstream, away, or you're basically watching the sandy beach drift by as you pick up speed, and you see Steve. He's like, oh no, he like puts his vest on and gets his starts getting back into his kayak to come after you.
All right, Kira, you're gonna have to paddle. You're gonna have to paddle. Get a paddle. No, you're helping. Get a paddle. Go.
You think,
So we're
you
gonna
think
start
you can get a
paddling.
refund since he found out if he fell out of the canoe? Or is that kind of finalized?
Lee climbs or not Lee. Rudd climbs ashore, still holding Lee's rope, and he's like looking back at the canoe. He's like, "Oh no!" It's like, "Oh man, I messed up. That girl will never like me now." And as you guys start drifting further down, Steve, the counselor, is just now getting launched. There is a sharp scratching and scraping at the bottom of the canoe. Then there's a thud on the left side, and you shift to the right. There's a thud on the right side, and you shift to the left.
Oh
And then
no!
you start to spin
We're gonna
around
die
again.
out here.
No.
The canoe, the front of the canoe hits a very large rock as you spin around, and ultimately it takes a little bit of jostling back and forth and holding on, but the canoe does eventually go over and dumps you all into the water. You're still holding on to
In the water.
you're into the water. The canoe's kind of upside down, floating down river. You're held up by your life vests. And it takes a little while, but you do come across a large jutting log that shoots into the creek, and you manage to stop yourself and climb, kind of crawl across it to the shore. And you're standing there. You're catching your breath. You're just like you're like rigging out your clothes. You see Steve is coming down to help. The canoe kind of got lodged in this branch too, so it's not drifting down. But JW, you hear that same kind of familiar, the same thing that you heard as you drifted off to sleep last night. You hear the crunching and the rumbling, the littoral grumbles. And as you guys glance into the tree line, about 40 to 60 feet up kind of the hills, you see a 4 foot tall, kind of hairy, ape-like creature with an apple in his hand. He notices you and throws the apple on the ground and whoosh, vanishes into the forest. Just as Steve pulls up in his kayak, he's like, everybody okay? Oh man, that was intense.
Did only JW see that?
I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If she pointed it out and you looked, you would have caught but like a white flash.
I'm just staring, and I'm like out of breath, but staring straight into the forest and not even moving or acknowledging that Steve is there. Just kind of like, what?
I think it's one of those where there's like in movies there's this intense ringing and then it slowly fades out and you hear like a JW, JW, JW.
What?
What are you looking at? What's going on? Where you are you okay?
The apple eating creatures in there.
I don't see anything.
Did you hit your head, JW, on that log? Do you need to see the
Are
nurse?
you bleeding at all?
No,
Like
God,
Menon's
no,
gonna grab your head and like start
no,
to turn it.
stop, dude, get off me, get off me. I'm being serious. That thing is in there. I'm telling you, I just saw it. It saw me.
No,
it met my eyes and it ran. It looked like a small ape human thing. It was eating an apple.
Would you say a Sasquatch?
I thought Sasquatches were a lot bigger, aren't they? I don't know how big Sasquatch.
A baby Sasquatch?
Could be. I don't know, but it's over there.
I know it. Know it. That's all the proof I need. Secondhand knowledge.
Steve, are there rumors about Sasquatches here?
Sasquatches were not in the list.
And what list?
So no.
That
Brad
spouted off.
What list is this? Oh, Brad. What was the other sheep? What?
Was
Okay,
Squonk,
I
Giwoggle,
don't know what these things
Trotterhead, Grafton Monster, Mothman, and
remember any of that.
Sheepsquatch.
She's Wolfman? Okay.
Malt.
Steve, have you guys seen any weird, like, ape-looking creatures around here eating apples?
No, why are we worried about it? I gotta flip this canoe, guys. And then we gotta get you to the
Oh.
other shore.
Okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about apples. But everyone's okay, right? There's no one's injured? No one's hurt?
No.
Fine.
I think,
Good, 'cause they'll
Just
have my
mentally scarred from this stupid canoe ride. But it's fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, the worst thing that could happen happened, and you're fine. So,
Yeah, but it still sucked. Let's just, can we please leave?
yeah. You're not gonna like how we have to get across the river, or get across the creek, though.
Swim?
What do you mean?
Points to the upright canoe.
I thought.
Oh, go back in the canoe.
No, but we have to get across the creek so that we can go up and meet with the.
So we have to carry it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not very far.
Fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
But we'll get it. We'll get in here and we'll just shoot across. And he points to like just 20 feet downstream, and there's another like soft kind of landing area. And that branch that caught it kind of goes halfway, so you can even almost just go out that way because the paddles are gone at this point. So he's basically going to be towing you over.
Oh,
You get-
fudge.
It's not fun, but you get over, and you pick up the canoe and you begin your trek back upstream. It's not going to take long, only about 20 minutes to get back to the rest of the group. Speaking of the rest of the group, what is April, or what are April and Lee doing up here? Kind of hanging out with the rest of the counselor or the campers that made it fine, and Rudd.
So April would probably kind of lean over to Stacy, assuming she's the only one she can talk to, or like the only one who could hear her, and just let her know April would be like, so we put the ball in Lee's court, if you know what I mean. You know.
He's just like, I don't like follow sports, but I think I.
Me neither. I guess it's like his turn, I guess is what I'm saying. Or you could totally like take another step too, but we made him aware, you know what I mean?
Cool.
No? Yeah? Okay, cool. That's all.
Chill.
Hey, Lee, thanks for paddling us paddling us down the river so well, I don't know.
Lee's like still like just coiling up his rope. He's like, I cannot believe I messed that up. I had it. Rudd, is that your name? Like, falling out? Man, you're okay though, right, buddy? Do you need me to check anything?
No. That was a good throw. It was just a little off. I should have got it though. And then he looks around.
Hey, next time, man.
He goes, "Hey, do me a favor and say that again when the girl gets back."
Which part?
The are you okay? Ask me if I'm okay.
Oh yeah. I'll ask. Okay.
Yeah.
But you are okay, right?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I work out. Great.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Why? JW is the only other girl on your boat, unless you're trying to get after Kira, but she's taken.
Kira's a girl.
Just don't worry about me. You just worry about you.
Okay. I mean, I worry about my friends, but okay.
It's cool. Yeah. No,
Right.
don't worry. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Great. No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I work out.
Cool.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. We know.
How much you bench?
Go, Rudd? You wanna go? Don't put me in that spotlight.
Yeah, fight him.
Couple minutes later, Kira, JW, Menon, and Steve show up carrying the canoe.
Oh, that was awful.
We made it! I'm gonna throw it down. Or throw my part down.
No, I want my money back, Rudd.
Hey, Rudd, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm great. It was a good throw. I should have had it, but my pecs were sore from working out. And he,
I
winks
get it, man.
At Lee.
April's gonna roll her eye. Like that's what he wanted to say.
I think you're muted, Tracy.
You're muted, Tracy.
Oh.
Well, thanks, Rudd, for the help. I mean, he did get us to the bottom of to the 2 miles, so I guess he did help.
I'm just happy everybody's okay.
Yeah, me too. I won't be asking for my money back because you did get us to the end, despite us crashing. It's fine.
I mean, I tried.
Sorry, guys. I
tried to save everybody. I used this cool guy's rope even.
Thanks, Lee.
Yes, Lee, I appreciate you trying to help as well.
Of course. Leave no man behind. It's a Boy Scout motto.
But I'm a girl.
Wow. I think that's the Army Rangers or something.
Leave no person. It's the 90s. We haven't progressed this far yet.
I know. So, what are we doing on this side of the beach now?
We gotta load up.
What's up, right?
We gotta load up
to the bus
and go back to camp.
I'm soaking wet.
Well, it's hot out.
That really
Mandy,
sucks.
the Mandy goes, well, you weren't supposed to go in the creek. April said don't do it. Then she said she's gonna throw me in. It looked like a lot of fun.
I can still throw you in.
I think I'll wait till we go tubing.
Tubing? I want to go tubing.
Yeah. That's supposed to happen later.
Ooh, I'm so for that. All right.
Steve kind of directs all the canoes to get loaded onto this weird trailer that drags behind the bus. The bus putts away, and you know, less than 20 minutes later, you're back down at the docks unloading the. Or no, you know what? You don't even have to unload the canoes. The counselors will do that for you. But you're back in camp. It is. You guys have about an hour of free time before lunch situation. Most people tend to just kind of gather on the sports fields and sit. But some of you may want to go and change your clothes.
Yes.
Up to you. You are wet.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Let's go change, Kira and I, and then can you guys meet us behind our cabin so I can show you the footprints?
Just to clarify, you want two boys to sneak around the back of a girl's cabin?
Lee, this is your second year here. You're well aware of the secret path that runs behind the mess hall to get back there.
Oh, secret path.
I've heard stories of it.
You've heard stories. I don't know that you've done it. You've heard
right.
of it.
Well, Lee goes, as long as all the women inside are not inside, like the people who live there aren't there, I think we will accommodate that. Right? We're gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet. We'll meet you over there.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna go change. Is Brad in our tent thing cabin?
Brad's off with whatever group he's overseeing right now.
Cool. Then
Like
I'll
you don't
change
really
it,
pass any other people. Everyone's
counselor.
usually kind of when they're doing their thing, they're like camp is kind of dead at times, especially the cabin areas.
Okay. Okay, Lee. Where is this secret passage?
I mean, it's right this way. My mon frère. That's my friend. Speak other languages.
I'm a le du fromage.
Le mon jupon.
Je ne sais pas.
See.
Uh-huh.
Just lead us here. I don't know anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You
I do.
You meander back behind the mess hall, and it takes a little bit, but you know it's like you have the roughabout entrance, and sure enough, you know back behind one of the dumpsters is a tiny gravel road that leads probably off to like a utility hut where like one of the transformers for the camps is, and then there's a path that comes off of that leads back to the girls' cabin. And
so that's
sure
the
enough,
direction.
Momentarily, you are standing at the girls' cabins. These cabins look better quality than your cabins. Like, in general. Like, the exterior looks like a better upkeep than yours.
Kira paid for it.
Yeah.
Just pay for everything.
I want me
Yeah,
and my
pay
friends
for
in
it.
the premium cabin. Lee, they're not changing. You can look. And I'm gonna walkie-talkie JW with them. Work.
I'm just gonna walk over to her stand where the walkie-talkie is. What's up?
We are in position.
I mean, you guys hear each other through the window. It's just a scream.
You hear the echo.
Yeah.
I
The
picture she's
echo of
like
the-
looking at us. Got it.
Over. I put it back on the charger for now. All right, everyone, all good?
Just 5 more minutes. I'll meet you guys out there.
Yeah.
Not the makeup.
Yeah.
It got messed up in the water.
Okay.
You might end up in the water again.
I hope
All right,
not.
well,
Just give me a few
hurry
minutes.
up.
I'll meet you.
She picks up the walkie-talkie. Manon,
This is Manning.
your girlfriend's taking forever. She's putting on makeup.
Mandy pops up at the screen with like her face against it, like pressing out. You guys.
Oh my god, you scared me.
You guys. They're here. The guys are here.
Yes.
Yeah, Mandy, let's go outside
She's going,
and wait
like,
for
wiggling her face left and
Kira.
right. But, like,
Oh, you're gonna get the window dirty.
Yeah,
Gross.
you're gonna be all dirty.
You're gonna get the window dirty?
No, I think her face is on
It's on like
isn't it like a screen? Then her face is gonna get so dirty.
We have a pristine cabin. Kira's dad
oh yeah,
paid
she
for
moves
the
her face away and
nicest
it's like
cabin.
so much dirt on her face
Ew.
now.
All right, let's go.
He runs out the door like before you can stop her. Goes around. Yeah. The things are over here. Over here.
All right.
I'll run down the stairs. All right, guys, come over here with me. And then she's gonna walk down to where the footprint is and the apple cord.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Is it there, Jay?
JW leads you down to kind of, it looks like rutted about and clawed up ground, and there's no claws on the trees, it's just on the ground.
Would I be able to associate these claws with any animals that I may have read about in a book about this area?
With the brains check of a DC 7, because you're from relatively this area.
Wait, do I have a...
Roll a 1.
Nope. No, I rolled a 6, so I was 1 away from the check.
Did you add the +1 that you get from brains?
I don't get a +1 in brains. My +1 is to fight and to brawn, apparently.
Oh,
As a
mine
scout.
too.
Wait, it says +1 on the chart though, on there.
Yeah, the chart. Well, I mean, your chart still says lonely weirdo. So
that's true.
that
It
hasn't
could be
been
wrong. It
updated.
could be right.
I gotta get Austin on the art. Get him to update that.
Unless that's right, because I think it's interesting that a scout has a +1 in fight and brawn.
Yeah, it's probably. I would go by this one.
Cool.
Then
you did it.
7.
Oh, you do have rope. Look at your card.
Yeah, guys, I know rope.
Okay.
You know the majority of bears in this area are of just kind of a brown bear, and you know that their like thumb equivalent claw, their dew claw, is further back on their paw than these are showing.
Mm-hmm.
These are much closer to human like spacing or ape spacing.
Interesting.
But you know there's no apes that live here because there's no all New World apes are real tiny things.
So I think I would tell the team that of like, these aren't bear tracks. If anything, they look closer to some ape creature. But apes are not. What?
What were we gonna say, Lee? JW?
Sorry. That's so okay, Lee. When we were on the boat all the way down there, and we got capsized, and then we got out of the water. That's the thing I saw across the water was like this ape thing eating an apple.
Wait, you saw a monkey and you didn't tell us?
Wait a second.
I'm telling you right now.
Apes don't live in the area.
Huh?
Or maybe Sasquatch does, Lee?
No, it's not the Pacific Northwest. Also, those aren't real.
Well,
And yet
there's a lot of
you
things
were
that's not
saying
real.
that can't be a bear, and it's more ape. So what does that mean?
It means that maybe the local zoo lost a monkey?
No, it's more than that. This creature like met eyes with me, like it knew I was looking at him. Like I don't know. I saw that thing. You guys don't believe me.
No,
I
my
believe
thing
it.
is, look,
W.
my thing is this.
What do you mean?
Why is it that you all seem to jump? Why you keep talking about aliens? You're saying this could be a Sasquatch or a weird ape thing, but not one that escaped from the zoo. Why is that why the place where your brain goes? Like, I've got an active imagination. I know that. I can imagine things, but like, in terms of reality, that's not the ecosystem. Why is that?
Well, if you've been through what we've been through, you would know that we are right.
You won't tell me what you've been through. You just say,
Lee,
believe us.
Just sit down. Just sit down. You're gonna need to sit down for this.
Sit in the grass.
I find a nearby stump. There's a stump there. It's got slightly moss covered, so it's padded, and I sit upon it.
Super comfy.
Right. I have moss on your
Here
head.
is everything. Me and JW fought Krampus. We were able to exterminate him from this realm. Later on, we met April and Kira. We had to deal with a coal man who cursed us and murdered us day after day until we took his loved ones and brought it to a grave where he was laid at. He is currently still alive, laying in the bottom of a mine, hugging his people's dead remains. Then we had to fight a government organization and aliens. Aliens are real, Lee. It's all real.
Anyways, this is why we have trouble making friends.
Is there a way that I can roll to see if I think he's telling what he believes to be the truth?
I would say an opposed charm check.
Alright, Minin, use that charm.
Out of the box. Let's go. Right, get in that box. 4.
I also got a 4.
I have a chart for this. Hold on.
Oh, chart.
Wait, hold on, bro. I have to find it. The defender narrates the outcome. So in this case, James is the defender.
James.
Nice.
Yes. So it'd be all this realization like slowly starts to seep into Lee's brain. And I don't think he can really handle it at first. But for some reason he just knows something about that is true.
Now do you believe us?
Wow. I need to sit down.
You are sitting down.
You are
though.
sitting
That's
down.
why
That's what Rebecca said too.
yeah.
Where's Kira? Oh my
I was gonna say at this point,
Kira.
Kira gets back and sees like Lee very stressed sitting down. Is everything okay?
We told him. We told him.
We told him everything.
He needed to know. It was just, it was too difficult to keep the secret away from him. I'd just rather be honest.
Lee, for what it's worth, I like to think that I'm the most normal of this group, and
I agree.
I will vouch and say that the story or what happened was not a story; it was reality for us. All the stuff that he said. So, if my vouching for that gives you any more convincing, it was. We've had a rough year. This all happened in the span of a year, by the way. Yeah,
Look, if you
don't
don't
come
be
to
our
Owl
friend,
Creek.
that's okay.
Yeah,
you don't have to be our friend.
We'd love to. Yeah. If you don't want to hang out with us, I understand. We're about to get in some deep stuff.
You're the only people that I know. Why? Yeah. Why is that a guarantee? Should we tell an adult?
No, they're not gonna believe us. They never believe us.
We
investigate first.
Well, that one guy under the
A
bridge
lot of
kind of
time.
helped us, and the guy in the
He
van.
did help us.
and-
That was that weird. Yes. Okay. So we have had adults help us, but it's been select few. We have also almost killed a police officer, but that was not our fault. Okay, that was our fault, but we didn't know.
We stole their vehicle also.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did
fun.
bad things.
No, that was stressful, but
How
fun.
is to not die?
I just said it.
Although
Lucas.
Kira almost did kill us with her driving.
Hey, at least we're excitingly, we're adventurous.
Yeah,
Right?
I bet you don't get this in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, Stacy would think you were so cool.
And all the monsters and creatures and government organizations you thought was false are real. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, and did you tell him about when
Okay,
you
he
burned down the
doesn't-
town hall?
Oh, I burnt down the town hall, but it was okay because we were in a time loop, so we just kept coming back and
Yeah,
back
we
and
knew
back and
it.
back.
We knew that we were
That
gonna
was when the
die that
pole man
same
was
day,
killing us.
anyways. So we figured since we were gonna die for like the 4th time that we. Well, actually, you know what? None of us okayed that idea. To be fair.
Crazy chop.
Lee, you look like you're about
Okay,
to
I
poop
got
your
carried
pants. Are
away.
you
I will
okay?
admit.
He
Got
looks
carried.
pale. We should give
Getting
him
murdered
some water
like
or
8
something.
times will do that.
Who has a paper bag?
The horn goes off. The meal horn goes off. And you know it's time to go grab your bag lunch from the mess hall. You guys walk over there, wait in line, grab your lunch as you go, and you sit down on the field, get ready to eat. And just before you bite into your peanut butter and jam sandwiches, we're gonna call the
jelly
episode
toast.
there.
Ah.
We'll come back and find out things
Oh.
next week.
This has been such a good episode. Oh, I keep
Yeah.
yelling and I forget that I'm in a hotel room. I'm sorry, everyone that got stuck.
Oh, wow.
Lucas says, Menon, also I conspiracy theory chopped an old lady and broke her arm. That was like the
That's
first
true.
This is
episode.
the very
Yeah,
first
episode
thing I
one.
did.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Conspiracy chop.
Conspiracy chop.
Conspiracy chop.
Conspiracy chop again.
Yeah.
That's going to wrap us
Oh,
up here.
conspiracy.
Dead.
Thank you to Nathan for joining us for these couple episodes.
Thank you,
Nathan. I'm sure
We're
he'll
just
be back
never gonna
again
see him
at
again.
some point.
We told
He
him
might- he
everything
might
and he's
peace
gonna
out.
disappear.
We scared
I
him
gotta
away.
talk to things. I gotta map some plot. And we
Yeah.
gotta see what's going on.
Everyone, we're honest
According
to
to determine.
please.
We'll see if this moment makes it so that Lee says, "I'm in," or if Lee says, "I could stay alive and go after this girl who likes me for the first time ever."
Aww.
Hey.
I do have a question. Does anyone have an idea of what the creature is?
Is it the sheep Skashua?
Probably a squawk. A cabra.
Sheep Sasquatch.
I have to Google
Is
what
it
all
from
these
the
things
list?
look like.
The Giwago.
What about a what do
I'll
a
say it
Krampus's
is not
fingers
on
look
that
like?
list. It is not on
Maybe a
that list.
Krampus.
Not
It's
on
not
that
on
Krampus.
list. Is it the Chupacabra? No. That's,
Krampus.
No.
I don't know why I said it like that
It's
too.
an
Not
Easter
sure.
bunny.
Let
A
me
tooth
see.
fairy.
It's the Easter Bunny. You got it.
Yes.
I just
Is it
we'll
a
see.
skunk
Keep
ape?
thinking about that. What?
I don't know. I just Googled ape-like monsters.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's okay. Keep thinking about it, and we'll. Lucas is on to
Yowie.
me. It isn't Ewok.
Well, it's not the New Jersey Devil.
We will come back to this. A lot of things, a lot of threads to unpack here. Strange apple-eating creature. Camp going under to a logging company, maybe. Be sure to join us next week. Same dat time, same dat channel. Thank you, Daniel Lands, for the sub.
Oh, Daniel!
Thank you, Daniel.
And we will see
He wakes
everyone
up so
right
early.
back here next Thursday. Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday.
Yes,
Thursday.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Happy
I look
holiday
forward to meeting you all.
weekend.
Yes,
Yes,
everyone have a
be
great
safe, everyone. Be safe.
Adam Khan, get us out.
Bye.
Thank you.